Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It is the Dominican Dropkick episode 5. It's your boy Gabe and Michelle.
Michelle Cuevas, welcome.
What it do, sis? How you feeling? How was your Wrestlemania weekend?
It was good. I didn't end up going to the race, so I got to watch both shows actually,
Really?
and I have so much to talk to you about, and so much that happened. It's just kind of like where do we start?
Fuck it. Let's start at night one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not watch Smackdown this week. I was like,
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I'm gonna watch wrestling all weekend. I was like, and I told you, even though I didn't watch, I told you fucking Powerhouse Hobbs was gonna. Sorry, Royce Keys was gonna win the Andre the Giant. I told you he
Oh
was.
yeah, I like that. I
I
like that he did.
I told you.
I thought the battle royal would have been on
Mania.
Yeah, I
They
think last year was on
no
Mania.
no no no
Friday.
it used to be on Mania, but then they started to change it to the day before. Like it was like in like the last couple years that they started to do that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, the last couple people that have won the Andre have ended up having pretty decent years. I mean, last year was Carmelo Hayes, and regardless of how his year ended, he still had a great year. And better than his first 2 years on the main roster. So
I actually saw a picture of like all of the winners of the battle royal, and I don't know why I didn't save it. I should have saved it so we could look at it.
yeah, I mean, I could tell you some just off the top of my head. I know Cesaro won it, and that was like a big deal. He won it at Mania, like he like lifted the Big Show up and like threw him out. When Jey Uso won it.
Yeah, and then I saw there was a year that the Big Show won it.
Yeah.
And then there was like a year that like I didn't recognize another guy that won it.
That's
It was a
probably
lot of
that's
people.
probably Cesaro.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, and I was and when I looked at that picture, they didn't start it like not too long ago.
Yeah, it's something fairly new. It's something fairly new.
Oh,
Like
let me
like
let me show you my shirt real quick.
let me see. Oh, you got the New Day, and then embrace the New Day. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's funny because I actually wanted us to like react to some New Day stuff, so that's actually funny.
That's hilarious. So you
Ironic.
didn't watch no SmackDown.
I didn't watch it. I checked out. Actually, no. Let's start with WrestleMania Night 1. Um.
Um. Okay. Well, I did watch SmackDown.
All
It
right.
wasn't like all that crazy. I'll just give you like some of my notes
All
that I
right.
wrote down. Um. SmackDown. The Randy promo was good. I liked it. I hope he was turning on Pat. Mind you, this is all my notes that I was writing like before
Before
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
So I hope he turns on Pat. That's what I put.
Mhm.
The MFTs and the YF6, like I'm just tired of watching them fight
Bro,
over and over
they've
and
been
over. Like
they've been
there's
feuding
no
for so long.
storyline to it, and also it's not like Do you remember that fight with Penta and Dragon Lee?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could watch them fight over and over. I could watch Carmelo Hayes and Ilya fight over and over because their matches are actually good, even though there's
And
no like
two, the thing
true
about the
storyline.
thing about people like that is when they have a lot of matches, like they'll add extra
Mhm.
things to it. So it's like, let's say like with like Carmelo Hayes and Dragunov, they've wrestled each other so many times that it's like certain things that like one can do that would work on another opponent won't work on them. Like, all right, when
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes does like that the first 48, like he tried to like catch
Mhm.
Dragunov into it, and like he did it one time, but then in the next match he went to do it, and like Dragunov blocked it. So like when you can add wrinkles to it every time, then it works. But the thing about I feel the problem with the MFTs and the White Six is that they've already done everything. Like they've already had
Yeah.
the street fights and the hardcore matches, and like it's already been done. The story has been told.
Yeah.
And on top of that
Yeah.
too,
It was boring.
if you're not gonna go with Uncle Howdy as like a singles guy, like to build him up off of this to get to Solo and him in a one-on-one match, then what are we even doing?
Yeah.
Cause
It's really dumb.
Because
But
honestly, in my opinion, I'm not a really big fan of the spooky wookie in wrestling. I'm not I
Mhm.
like it, but I still think that Uncle Howdy has potential to do something in the singles division at least.
Mhm.
Like I think he has some sort of potential, and obviously he has the charisma and he has the talent to be there. But they just have to find something. And two, on top of that, is like I feel like they're not using him how they use Bray Wyatt, which obviously you really can't because that's like such huge shoes to fill, and you don't want to just do the same thing. But something like that would be even a little bit more more cream cheese on the bagel. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well,
So, and then I have the Jacob Fatu coming in the police car was pretty cool, which I didn't know that Dom already did that before. I actually found that out like after the episode, like doing my sleuthing.
WrestleMania 39.
And then yeah, and then my favorite part of the whole SmackDown was that Sami Zayn came out as the gingerbread man, which we know that it was like an extra in the suit. At first, I thought it was Sami Zayn like trolling himself, being like, "Oh, you want to call me this? Like, okay, I'm gonna join in on the fun, so you kind of have like nothing to poke at me with." But it ended up being like an extra. It wasn't really him. I want to know if they're gonna build off of Sami Zayn, if you can even like call it this, kind of like turning heel, because of the simple fact that
You think he
he
turned?
lost.
You think he turned
And
heel?
like all this stuff happened to him, and he was like so frustrated with like with
Losing.
Randy and Cody and like throwing the water bottles every week. So I want to know if they're gonna like build off of that.
Bro,
Plus he was getting booed.
Yeah, but at the same time, that just goes to show you how fucking popular Trick Williams is. Like
Yes, totally.
like
And then
it's just
so then
it's just
Trick
natural
also dropped a new song
with
It's
Yachty.
called The Gingerbread
with,
Man.
with Yachty, yeah.
I thought that was freaking hilarious.
No, I don't know if you seen.
Joe Hendry showed up for the Battle Royal. That made me really happy.
I think he's coming to the main roster.
I think so too, but then
Yeah.
it's kind of like, who are they gonna have at NXT? They're gonna have
Bro.
Shawn Michaels is actually gonna have to like keep building new people.
I mean, that's what it's there for. That's literally what it's there for.
Yeah.
And they got a couple people down there that are pretty interesting. They got this one guy down there, Keanu Carver, and he's like a I don't know. He's just a dog. Like he's a good wrestler. But he's still super young. Super getting new to it. But he's very intense. He's very, very, very intense. So they got a couple people down there that could still keep the lights on. But yeah, I think Joe Hendry's coming to the main roster, and shit, more power to him. I just wonder what the fuck is he doing in TNA still? Like, is he like still with TNA or like I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I think since it's kind of, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, it seems like the TNA, the AAA, WWE, NXT are basically under one umbrella. So even though you're not technically on the main roster of like a Raw or a SmackDown, you're technically still belong to WWE/TKO. So I think the fact that he obviously built up his platform with TNA, he's kind of like a Scottish version of Cody Rhodes. Like he could be on TNA, but he can also be on NXT, but then he could also pop up on Raw or SmackDown or a PLA. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like, there's no real
But my thing is like what I'm saying more is like,
there's
all right,
no rules with him.
that I agree with that, but what I'm saying more is like you're supposed to be the guy in TNA, but at the same time it's like I think they have already like they're like, all right, he's going out there representing us, coming back, having a couple angles and like whatever. And two, like Joe Hendry go to TNA and get his ass whooped and go take a L and boost another guy and shit like that. So I'm happy. I'm here for it.
So then I also wanted to ask you, so the Battle Royal, Royce Keys wins. Aleister Black, Tala Tonga, Otis all had like really good performances, but there was somebody in the ring that hopefully you would know who it is. Maybe it might be somebody from AAA. I'm not sure, but he was wearing a skeleton outfit.
Oh, La Parka.
Do you know who that was?
That's La Parka.
Oh,
yeah,
so
he had like
Spanish wrestler?
like a hood, kind of like a hood, and then a skeleton.
Yeah,
face,
he looked like So when you go to Target around Halloween time and they have like the skeleton onesies, that's what it looks like.
So La Parka, that's actually a good pull. Shout out to La Parka getting in there. So La Parka right now is like he's like the most popular guy in AAA.
Really?
outside of like the Grande Americanos and Vikingos and shit like that. But he's like Canelo's favorite wrestler. Actually,
Mm.
yeah, he's But so there's like been several Laparcas actually. So there was Argent, like when we were kids, there was a Laparca. So,
Okay.
but that Laparca was like hardcore, like same outfit, everything, but just like this guy was like slamming tables, throwing people through chairs, like all the crazy shit. So this version of Laparca is a little different because this is like he's dancing and he's it's a different type of version, but it's the same character that's been passed down multiple times, which is what they do in Mexico. Because
Oh.
Pentagon's not Penta's not the first Penta, right?
Oh, no, no, no. I didn't know that.
Okay, so this is where Cero Miedo comes from. So in Mexico at one time, there's a guy in TNA right now, Octagon, right?
Okay.
So how Mexico does it is like, let's say like I'm a wrestler, and then my son becomes a wrestler. I'm, El Loco. My son will be El Hijo del Loco.
Yeah, that's why I saw it.
You
El
know,
Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. I was like, yo, I love these freaking
Exactly.
wrestling names.
So what happens is a lot of times when a character is popular and this doesn't have like family lineage, they just pass it on. They just pass it off. So like I don't know exactly the timeline, but Pentagon, the original Pentagon, and the original Octagon, they were like feuding for years. So the original Pentagon kept like they had like I think like two or three different versions of him, and they all died like prematurely.
Okay.
So everybody would say that the gimmick was cursed. So that's when Penta was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take the gimmick, bro. Like I got no fear. Like this gimmick is not cursed. I'm gonna show y'all how great it can be." So that's where the whole Cero Miedo thing even comes from. So that's
Oh.
what happens. That's what they do in Mexico. They like can kind of pass over characters to other people depending on how the character is. Even though it's not going to be the same type of character, it's that familiarity of, oh, I know La Parca. Oh, but this La Parca breakdancing, it's different. It's
Oh,
different.
okay. But is it kind of like do you have to like ask for like permission or like a blessing in order to do that, or
So
can you just do it?
it
Or
depends. It depends. If it's like a family thing, then yes. But if it's like, let's say like, oh, the owner of AAA owns this gimmick, then yeah, he could just pass it off, bro. Like at the end of the day, if you own the gimmick, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's like when back in the day, or before we were watching, before back, obviously Kevin Nash, Scott Hall went to WCW for the NWO. On the other side, on the WWF side, Vince had this idea of like, I still own Razor Ramon and I own Diesel, so I'm just gonna bring them back out. So he took Kane to play Diesel, and then some other guy to play Razor Ramon. But they were the fake Diesel, fake Razor. You get what I'm saying?
got it.
So, it's something that is, very tried and true in wrestling, where gimmicks get passed down or they just get fucking stolen or whatever.
Okay. So that's pretty much it. What I have for SmackDown. I honestly thought I would, how it's like the night before, like a big PLE, whether if it's WrestleMania or Backlash or SummerSlam. Like usually it like you're like super like hyped. I didn't really feel that the night before WrestleMania, but I still obviously was gonna watch and tune in. So I guess we could go ahead and move on to
Night one.
WrestleMania. So let me hear what you have to say or what you think or what was your favorite moment, standout moment.
From
Go
night
ahead.
from night
The
one.
floor is yours for night one of WrestleMania. Yes.
Oof. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I didn't feel like I watched wrestling night one. Like when I left, and it's funny too because I was at like a nice party, like TVs inside, outside, pizza, chicken wings, like it was fucking awesome. Like I was at like a very nice party, I got added to a wrestling group chat, so shout out all my guys in the group chat. But
Okay.
but yeah, like it was a vibe. Like it was such a vibe, but the show was just underwhelming, bro. Like even like I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna go with the main event first. I thought it was good, but it just was like to me like
Oh, so you're talking about like the last fight? You're
yeah,
talking
yeah. I'm
about
talking about Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
Randy
Yeah,
and Cody. Okay, go ahead.
I'll just start there. I don't know why, but it's like main thing on my mind right now. But
Yeah.
I thought the match was good. I thought it was just like typical Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes type of match, slow
Hmm.
pace, and they're gonna do what they gotta do. But I did like what happened after. Do I think Randy should have won? Yes.
A hundred
Yeah.
percent. Okay.
Yes. But I feel like they're gonna do something more where Randy will eventually get the title.
Mm.
So it's like that's that. But I mean, I thought the match was good. I liked how they got Pat McAfee like out of there early, super early. Like they were just like, all right, like we're gonna have Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll do their thing before the bell even rings. So y'all don't even
Hmm.
have to worry about these motherfuckers. Cause you imagine like the whole time Pat McAfee would have just been on the sideline and just like yeah, nobody trying to see that
Like
shit.
yeah, yelling like a Paul Heyman.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody trying to see that shit.
Hmm.
Nobody's trying to see that. So yeah, I mean, I thought that match was good. I thought the women's tag match was like confusing to me.
Yes.
Like that shit was like a fucking clusterfuck. Very
Yeah,
weird.
because it was like three people in the ring at the same time, and then
Haven't
like you really had to pay attention to
yeah.
the referee when he
Ta-
would yell tag.
exactly like it was very confusing. Like I was like, bro, like, and I don't know why they just didn't make it a fucking tornado tag.
Oh, okay. Now, explain to the viewers, somebody like me that doesn't know the,
Okay.
the what the tornado tag means.
Okay, so there's a regular tag.
Everybody's legal.
Exactly. Exactly. Everybody's legal in the ring at the same time. No tags.
Oh,
Right.
wow, that actually would have been better.
It would have been way better. That's what I thought they
Hmm.
were. That's what I thought was happening. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. Damn, you know what I thought about too. It's kind of crazy
What?
how like the IC belt and the US title were both defended on night two.
Uh, yes,
That's that.
yes.
That was weird. Um, what the live and Stephanie Valkyrie
Well,
match.
actually, no. The Intercontinental title was not defended on night two because Finn and
Dom was on night two, but Trick Williams and
yeah,
Trick
but it
Williams and
was
Sami
no
Zayn was
title
also night.
match.
That was also night two.
Yeah, Trick was on night two,
And then they had the
and
ladder
then
match. Penta,
Becky and AJ Lee was
with
night one.
night one. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about Penta. I'm talking about the male Intercontinental. Were
Oh,
both
yeah, yeah,
defended on
yeah.
the same. That was kind of weird to me. But no, we could
Well,
talk.
I mean, do you really think about it? Think about the build up and how we got here. Do you really think they had an option?
No, I mean, I don't. I think they could have separated it, and it would have been maybe a little bit better. But at the same time, I'm happy that Trick is not a Saturday WrestleMania nigga. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god.
Yo, I hope that they do something with that, bro. Because Cameron has done irreversible damage to the internet wrestling community with that Saturday WrestleMania nigga. Like, yo,
Oh my god.
that shit is crazy, bro. He said, "Yo, I'm tired of you guys sending all these Saturday ass niggas to my house." Oh, I guess we could talk about that. Speaking of the other person involved in that, let's talk about the Usos and I Show Speed and the Vision.
Okay. I actually, as far as what I have on my notes, I feel like I should have bet you. Because remember we were talking about how do we think John Cena's gonna show up in his outfit or he's gonna show up in a suit?
Yeah.
And I should have bet you because he showed up in a suit.
I know. And yo, did you not think it was funny how like he was like, "Yo, I know that this like basically he was like, "Yo, I know this build hasn't been the best, but we're about to cook right now." Like,
I know. I can't believe he even like when he said that. It's like like I feel like the sound effect of when the record stops. Like
like even Triple H was probably like,
not him shading the own company. Like, do you want to get your paycheck, sir?
I mean,
Like,
it's John Cena, bro. He can say whatever the fuck he wants, bro.
you think so?
Of course, bro. I'm sure they fucking begged him to host WrestleMania this year, bro. He didn't want to do that shit. I'm not saying that
That's
he didn't.
hilarious.
I'm not saying that he didn't want to do it because he don't love the fans or nothing. But bro, he just retired.
Yeah.
He literally just retired, like not even 6 months ago.
Yeah, but I honestly think like with the state of the economy, like everybody needs money, so I don't even think.
I don't know. I disagree, bro. I feel like not. I feel like with John though, it's like deeper than the money. Like I don't think that like I think he did it out of the love for the company. Cause I don't even think what they were paying him. Like, I'm sure he could get that somewhere else, bro. Like it's John Cena, bro. Like he could do that. So, yeah.
So I actually really enjoyed the promo before the show. The guy that they hired to talk, because that wasn't Kill Tony or whatever that stupid comedian's name is.
What the roast of WrestleMania?
It was like a guy talking, and then he was kind of like, it was kind of like the interlude to the beginning of the show. I actually like really enjoyed that. He was on both nights. I liked that a lot. And then I put John shows up in a suit, and then the Kool-Aid Man got his seat, and I actually have a clip for us to watch on how he gets his seats, which I think is absolutely insane. LA Knight's entrance was really cool, even though he just came up in the truck, the sponsored truck.
That shit was fire though.
I liked it.
That shit was hard. I can't even front.
And the real question is, did the Usos change their song again?
They probably did. they probably did.
Because I felt like that wasn't the song that I heard like the night before.
It's just us. It's just me. It's Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Like it's like,
yo,
I'm about to see like how many songs they have and listen to all of them so I can like know the difference.
Yeah, but it's funny though because it's like no, they lucky, bro, because OJ the Juice Man needs to sue the Usos off the rip because they literally stole his shit. Like
really,
hey, okay, hey, like bro, like come on now, like you know that was Juice Man vibes, you know. But
I mean, I feel like you can be inspired.
I'm not mad at it. I just think that it's funny because like every wrestling theme song is made off of a popular song. Every song, you know, like that's what they do when they make your themes. They'll be like, hey, send me like like a couple songs that you like, and then they'll start to cook something up. Like Trick Williams was talking about that his theme song is like kind of a version of that Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem Family Tie song.
Oh.
Like with the horn and then like I could kind of see it. You know, now that he said it, I'm like, I could kind of see that.
Okay.
But
I'm actually gonna try to like look into that as well.
I
don't have here.
No.
I don't have here who won the match of the tag team, but I do have the fact that funny. I hate to give him his flowers and his viral moment, but like I'm not gonna go and do that. But the fact that I Showed Speed turned on Logan, thank God, because I can't stand him, and took that gnarly bump. Like, to be honest with you, like I'm gonna give him his flowers because ain't no way I'm gonna jump from the top of the turnbuckle onto the reinforced announcer table.
No, and the way that shit broke was crazy too.
Yeah, I think it actually, honestly, I know it's still like a hard bump to take, even if you take like a power bomb or whatever you decide to take on that new table. I honestly think from the time that JD broke his rib, they kind of started to like
adjust
put it together like a house of cards. So when it does have any type of impact, it kind of just explodes right away. Not as hard as it was before.
Because I remember that shit would like you could slam someone on there and like
it wouldn't break.
That shit would be intact.
It would not break. I was like, oh, this is not good.
No, but I thought Speed did well though. I thought he did well. You know, I'm like, damn, bro. Like he puts on like 20 pounds of muscle. He might have something.
I mean, I feel like he needs to cut the confused gimmick out of it. I feel like he should just be more seguro with himself, and I feel like I would like him more.
You know what that is though? I'm sure that they're like telling him like you gotta the facials are important, the facial expressions.
Oh yeah.
So he's probably like has that like drilled into his head, you know. So that's what I think. But I thought the match was good. I just thought the match was short as fuck.
Yeah, I felt like all of the matches on night one and night two combined were just extremely short because at no point have we watched any PLEs, including WrestleMania, where the matches were so short, and I want to know why. Like, what is your theory on why the matches were so short?
They probably needed to make sure that they got all that extra shit in. And two, they probably needed fucking more ad time. I don't fucking know. Because, like, there was hella fucking ads, too. Like, I feel like
Well, here's the thing. I did see the community complaining a lot about the ads, but the way I watched it, which I won't reveal my sources, is I just got the commercial break will be right back music and
Okay.
like the
Okay.
WrestleMania
Okay.
logo.
Okay.
So like when everybody was talking about, oh, I'm so tired of watching this Hulkamania like trailer to Netflix, like I didn't see any of that, but I did get certain ads that I did get to watch. There was like a cricket ad. It was like some other ad that honestly it's escaping my mind, but I don't feel like I got as many ads as the regular
Oh no.
watcher
Yeah.
because of how I watched it. But that's, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Also,
at what point, at what point are we watching a pay per view with ads? And I feel like
bruh,
UFC also tried to do that, and the next pay per view they did, it was like toned down. Like it was at a 10, and they put it at like a 1 because people were pissed off that they're
bruh.
paying $35 a month for this
It's
to watch commercials and ads, and I don't think anybody was happy about that.
It's crazy though, because Ariel Hawani said it. He was like, "Bro, like, do you guys remember when we used to have pay-per-views and there would be no commercials?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, and I'm surprised that all of that happened because, like, I mean,
No, because what they would do is,
we are gonna get into the reasons why I feel like it is turning in that way, and is going in that direction, especially with this audio that leaked from TKO's like head person
oh,
and all of
saying
this.
that they were in full creative control.
Yeah, I actually have the clip so we can and I also have some reactions of people chiming in on how they feel and what they said
All right.
and I to be honest with you it's just kind of like they're weeding out the people like us where I would like to take my family to a WrestleMania, but honestly even though I can't afford it doesn't mean that I want to spend $3,000 on an experience. I'd rather spend $3,000 and go to like Bali for like a month and ball out.
Yeah.
That's a whole different experience. Like I just feel like I can't justify spending
Bruh,
that amount of
bruh,
money,
you can go and spend
and I
bruh,
don't want to.
bruh, you
I
can
don't want
go
to.
and spend $2,000 and go to like less than that, bro. You can probably spend $1,000, go to one of these Comic Con conventions, and meet every fucking wrestler. Take a picture with them, get an autograph.
Okay, how much you think it's to go to Fanatics Fest? You know how they do Fanatics Fest? They've been joining
Oh
with them every
yeah,
year. How much you think that
I would
is?
stay away from that. I'm sure that shit's expensive. I'm talking about more like these like Comic Cons and shit like that. I'm talking about those type of conventions. But Fanatics Fest, I don't know. Fanatics Fest, but the thing you gotta understand is that it's every single sport too as well. It's
Yeah, so it's like worth it, you know.
yeah, yeah. It looks
And then
dope.
also people probably come with like trade their cards. Like, my husband has been getting into buying cards, and I feel like I've opened Pandora's box when I got him his Christmas gift. And like we have like baseball cards, football cards, the NCAA cards. And I was
Yeah.
just kind of like I didn't know that that world was like so
Oh
big. So
yeah.
I feel like
Oh
people
yeah.
probably get into that as well when they go to things like that. But yeah, I thought it was outrageously expensive, and to me I don't care about sitting in the nosebleeds. I'll sit at the nosebleeds at a Dodger game, but I know I'm gonna have fun, and I don't know.
No, I
Maybe
hear you.
one day we'll spend the money, but as of right now I'm just like I'm gonna hold on to my chilitos for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my chili where it is. I'd rather just watch that shit on TV. But
For sure.
before we transition out of night one, let's talk about Liv Morgan, Stephanie, and then talk about Jacob and Drew. But let's start with Liv and Stephanie. I want to get your thoughts on it because it was the match you were the most excited for.
Yes, and I was so disappointed, and I found the clip of somebody else who literally put my feelings into a video, and as somebody who's like, okay, we're just like the women's division is stacked. Number one, let's
Fine.
just put it what it is compared to what it used to be. Like, yes, we had Lita, we had China, but it wasn't what it is today. How we have so many different wrestlers, so many different styles of wrestling, so many different representations of like body types.
Yep.
Like it's just we have and it's not like, oh, we're just gonna put you here because you're a woman. Like I feel like everybody who is on the women's roster, whether you're on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, I feel like you've earned your spot. And for that to be the best build-up that they had the entire road to WrestleMania was them. The fact that they gave them like 5 minutes, like I knew that Liv Morgan was gonna win.
Everybody,
I knew
yeah,
that, and I
everybody
was
knew
cheering
that.
for both sides. I'm not biased towards one or the other. Did I want Stephanie to retain? Of course, like that's like that'll be awesome. But I knew that Liv Morgan was gonna go over. But the fact that the match was like, I felt like I was watching Raw.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a pay-per-view fight, and
Especially
like
after
I
all.
actually felt the animosity, whether if it was real or scripted. I
No.
actually felt that true
Like
emotion
the
between them.
last 2 weeks leading into Mania, like with the push and all the shit, like they heated it up. They did heat it up, but then it's like
Yes.
once you got to the match, I feel like it was over so quick. Like it was
Yes.
like there was like no build. There was like barely any shenanigans. Like there was some shenanigans. That's how she won, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like there. And how the fuck she had a longer match on Raw than she did on Mania?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm trying to honestly like understand. Like, what was the rush? Did they only have Allegiant Stadium from this time to this time? Because even when they left during the post show, it was still like, mind you, I'm on the West Coast. Vegas is only 4 hours.
It was like
away
it was
from me.
still
It was still daytime. The
Yeah.
sun didn't even go down
Yep.
yet.
Yep. That was both days
So,
too. That was both days, honestly. But
so it's like, what are we
actually,
rushing to?
no. That could actually be it. But it's fucking Vegas, so I don't know, because I know that sometimes like that could be a thing. Like, all right, like with the UFC when they do like pay-per-views in like England or something, right? Like sometimes they still keep it American time, but then sometimes they can't keep it American time because they can only have the venue for so long, or they can only like have so many people
Yes.
out at a certain time because it's what the city requires, whatever. But I'm like,
Yes,
this
that's
is,
why they have like sometimes it'll be like here like lunchtime, like midday lunchtime, 12 o'clock, and it'll be like, oh, the fights are on. I'm like, what? They're like, oh yeah, they're in Abu Dhabi.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, oh yeah,
Exactly. So it's like the same type of thing, but I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. But I thought the match was decent. Like I thought it was fun, and I like Liv. I like Stephanie Valkyrie. I'm happy Liv is the champion because I feel like when it comes to people in the women's division, her and like Chelsea Green are like, I think they can like weekly keep telling stories and like add more shit, and there's always like more to it when it comes to their stories. Like, so
Agreed.
I'm happy with that. Now,
I'm happy with the results. I'm happy. I'm just sad that like this was like the most anticipated match, not just for me, but I feel like for a lot of people. And it was just like 5 minutes, it was over. I was just kind of like,
like
I think I went to the bathroom before this match started.
shit, it
Like,
would have
oh
been
my
over.
God.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ Lee though. I loved her entrance. It was like the cutest thing ever.
Oh yeah. So those were the girls that came out. I'm assuming that it's like a Vegas like dance team.
That's what I was thinking too. Or
That's
like
the
some,
only thing I could
some,
think
some,
of.
some
I
cheer,
didn't really
some cheer,
do my
some cheer,
research.
like some cheerleaders or something.
Yeah,
But
like and I think they were local.
normally they would tell us like in the entrance, and they didn't even tell us.
Yes. But the girls that came with her at the end were her nieces actually. So I feel like that was like a special moment for her.
Yeah.
I knew that Becky was gonna win. Like, no offense.
I loved her
Like,
entrance too. Her entrance was fire.
oh my God, yes. And I actually kind of want to add that song to my workout playlist because like ever since I saw that entrance with the band, I was like, oh my God, I like really like the song has like really grown on me.
No,
And
it's
I
funny because
really like
everybody
it.
hated the song when it first dropped.
No.
People were not.
It was okay.
It's not
for
that
me.
they hated it. It's just they loved her old theme so much that like everybody was like, "What?" But at the same time, I was happy and I liked it off the rip because I was like, "All right, like this is good." They got like a real band that's not affiliated with WWE to make a song, like, and that's why her theme song is good. That's why Penta's theme song is so good because it's a artist making his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, and that's why, bro. Like, and it's why is Rhea Ripley's theme song so good? That's a real band. That's not.
Yeah, that's a real band.
That's not
Yeah,
a WWE band. Like, So it goes like that. I guess all right. We talked about the ladies.
Yeah, and then Gunther had no special entrance.
I,
Nothing. He just walked out. Like
honestly, that match carried. That match was so good. I
it was good, and I enjoyed that Braun Breaker came back.
Yo, did you see the meme of him running?
Uh, no, but I did see his spear, and I was kind of like a little bit disappointed because it was not good.
No, you see now
Kind of
now
botched.
now he's adding the kip up to the spear now. So he'll like spear and
Oh,
then
after
he'll
he
like
does the spear, he does a kip up. Actually,
yeah
you know what? That's one thing that I have on my list of goals this year is to hip thrust 315 and to learn how to do a kip up.
yo that shit is hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah, that shit is hard, but he snapped up, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot because it's funny because we were talking about it in the like at the party, and we were like, yeah, he's like, bro, they were like, bro, he only got a hernia, bro. There's no reason he should be out this long. And then
Well, how long do you think does it take? Like, if you do get a hernia, how long do you think does it take to heal? Especially, it's not like, oh, you had a hernia and you had to wait for it to go down and then your body like naturally heals it. He had to have surgery, so it's like, is it like your ankle, like a few
no,
weeks?
I don't
Or
know.
Is it like breaking your leg? You're gonna be
No,
off a few months.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like breaking your leg. I think it's more like a couple weeks. It just depends on where the hernia is too. You know, that's really I think what more goes into it. Cause I think he had it like I don't know where he had it, but I mean he still looks great. Like he still looks the same. You know, super tan. You know, like jacked up.
Well, you know, the
running
people were
fast as
there
fuck.
being like,
Yo, they just put him through the car wash. Just
yeah, just
Yeah.
quick. He had like 3 coats on at
Yeah.
least. You
Bro.
know, I do spray tan, so I noticed.
no. Also, you can coat count.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, he definitely has like 3 coats.
That's crazy.
So Seth, oh, did you see when Seth came out?
With the-
I thought he had the black contacts in, and then apparently afterwards I looked again, and then they were gone. So
Yeah,
it was
the-
like graphic.
the-
That
the-
how they do
No.
What's that girl on AW that comes out with the black and white filter and
Toni
she has
Storm?
like the Marilyn Monroe? Yeah, they kind of pulled that.
I liked it though. I liked the black eye shit. That shit was fire. I was like Seth Rollins. Off
I
the,
did. I thought he was gonna. I thought
Seth
he
Rollins
was gonna keep it
off
on.
the Molly. I was like, yo, his eyes is dilated right now.
Oh my god.
But no, I thought the match was great. I thought the match was really good, bruh. And I kind of knew that like Rollins would lose just because like Rollins didn't necessarily need this win, and a loss continues that story with Paul Heyman and the Vision, and like you know it continues that. So I see where that kind of like you know, all right, bruh, like I'm gonna bring Oba. You know, all right, brother, I'm gonna bring Walter or Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, I thought that was cool. I thought the Jacob Fatu match and Drew McIntyre match was like it was a good match. I just feel like for all the shit that they built up to, for y'all to be in an Extreme Rules match, it just didn't like that's the only thing to me that didn't deliver. Like
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought we were gonna get like them like you know going through the crowd like fighting at the concession stand
right, like something. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's like, bruh.
you know that crazy bump that remember that crazy bump that they took. It was Drew, Damian Priest, and I think it was Jacob Fatu, all
Or
3 of them, and
Cody-
they were like in the crowd, and then they went through like some tables. Like I thought it was gonna be like that.
Oh no, it was Cody Rhodes, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then I also felt like I guess I was expecting to see the Drew McIntyre that I saw when he fought CM Punk in the Hell in the Cell.
That's what I thought too. Because he brought out the
they
toolbox.
they buried him, and I'm just kind of like, why?
Again. But at the same time, it's like, what would you? I Jacob Fatu kind of would need that win though. Like Drew McIntyre's a made man in WWE. Like Drew McIntyre could wake up tomorrow and be the WWE champion, and no fan will bat an eyelash. Like Jacob Fatu still has to, even though to us, to the fans, he's made. I still think that he needs those important wins to make himself a bigger star, so that once he finally does get to that world title level, it's gonna make more sense. You know, so that's why I feel like he had to win, even though of course I didn't want Drew to lose, but Drew had to. Right? Jacob Fatu had to win.
I don't
But
know. I was hoping Drew was gonna win and like actually like beat him up, and it was just very lackluster.
I
Just
agree.
same thing with the whole night in general. Like it had its moments, but it was very very lackluster,
I
and I was
agree.
just like,
No, I agree a
you know.
1000%. And then
Um, I do feel like the best part of the whole show is that Bianca's pregnant.
that was night one. Oh, that was night
Yeah,
one.
that was night one.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when her song came on, I was like this. I was like, wait, what? Like, because I do follow her on Instagram, and she does post her videos where she is going through rehab with her finger. And I
Yes.
didn't know the severity of her injury,
Yeah.
that she
No.
had
Nobody
that
really knew.
surgery and all those things. So when I saw her like post her birthday pictures, I was like, oh, I was like this. I know you guys aren't wrestling, and but you guys are like, you guys don't look like you guys are in training or anything. This is weird, right? Even Montez looked a little bit off, but like now that she came out with her pregnancy and stuff like that, like I can understand, like um everything like kind of like made sense for me. And then I also was thinking, I'm like, oh my god, now Naomi and her baby are gonna be like besties.
WrestleMania 47 main event.
So yeah, I was really happy about that, and you could tell she was like really emotional to go ahead and like um, announce it and like let us know, and I'm happy that she got to say it at WrestleMania and like have her moment, because I feel like an Instagram post wouldn't have been enough, to be
Nah,
honest
and
with you.
on top of that too is like, bro, like after how night one was going, they needed some fucking good energy. They needed to give the people something to cheer about.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, that was so
Yo,
cute, and I already knew. I was like, oh, why is she dressed like Cardi B at SummerSlam? What the hell is going on here?
yo. Nah, I knew it was something when they kept zooming in on her face, like when she was walking. Like the camera
Hmm.
kept cutting to like her face, side profile, face, side profile, face, side profile. I was like,
But she looked good.
she
She
looked
looked
great.
so good.
She looked great.
Um,
She
and then I feel like if just going back just to wrap up my notes here, um, as far as like the Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, I feel like it was weird because obviously Randy's the heel and Cody is the baby face, but people were booing Cody. It was a very mixed crowd.
Bruh,
Like
people
people
want
were really
people
booing
want
him.
people want Randy to win, bruh.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like we
like
all did, and
and
when that
two,
didn't happen,
bruh, you gotta understand, bruh. Like say what you want, but Pat McAfee was out here doing his damnedest to try to get people to hate Randy Orton, and it didn't work. It didn't
no.
work. Like, but the thing is that like I don't like I understand why they had to try to make him a heel, but like, bro, like
Mhm.
if you go to a WWE show, if you take out a small loan, give up an arm, and you're able,
Not the small loan,
you're able to,
okay?
you're able to afford it, you know, like Randy Orton literally after the show comes out, like after the show he'll come down, and like he'll just stay there like fucking shaking hands and like signing autographs, like to the
Oh, I
point,
didn't
and
know
like
that.
I'm telling you because I've seen it twice. This is two times that I've seen it. He's there shaking hands, like people are coming down the rows and whatever, like showing love, slapping fives, everything, like to the point that like the security guard has to come and be like, all right, bro, like you gotta go, like
Oh,
so it's like for us to see that, it's like, bro, like nobody, like there's for me, there's like a couple people on the roster that nobody wants to boo. Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, CM Punk. Like they've done enough. They've been around so long. Like they don't deserve. Like they deserve to get this love. So that's really what it was. That's why they had to go so far and insert Pat McAfee and all this, because people didn't want to boo him, and they still didn't want to boo him. And two, you got to understand is that there's some places that are like that a babyface will never be popular. You know what I'm saying? Like like in like fucking Boston, Massachusetts, like Cody Rhodes is gonna get booed the fuck out of the arena every time. And it's
okay.
not because he sucks or anything. It's just that's a heel town. Like they go for the heels. Like
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, it's funny because like you'll watch like I forgot it was one match. Well, Taz used to say it all the time on commentary, but he'd be like, yeah, that's the good thing about WWE. People pay their hard earned money. They can cheer and boo whoever they want.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
mean, It's a free country.
Exactly. So it's like, it was dope to see it though. It was dope to see Randy get the love that he deserves. I wish he would have got the W, but just to put the bow on night one, let's talk about what happened after the match.
The punt kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the punt kick, and let's talk about how
Cody
Charles Robinson was innocent. He got an RKO.
Yo, Cody was fucked up though, bro. Like Cody was bleeding here and here, bro. Like,
well, I want to know how he was. Well, I was reading that he got staples in his head. So I need to watch the match again to figure out what point did this happen for him to get staples in his head.
Yep.
And then on his eye, if you look from how people record from the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the video of this person. They were kind of like in between green shirt guy and commentary, but next to, like, more to the right of the pole, so they could have a clear footage of like what Randy did. And from that footage that I saw, I wish I would have saved it in my clips, but it didn't look like he hit him that hard.
Shit, it could have been.
But then I saw a clip that I'm gonna show you where they were like taking the skin and like pulling it up, and then he posted on his stories, was like, the best news I got all night was from the doctor saying that I'm not gonna lose my eye.
Yeah.
So, did he have like a steel toe boot and like kicked him like El Grande Americano? Because I don't know how that happened.
Yo.
And then when he came out on Monday Night Raw, I don't think, some people were saying like, oh, I don't know if it was a mixture of the injury or the makeup. And to me, as somebody who's a makeup artist, at no point was that exaggerated. Like, remember when Paul Heyman came out looking like jaundice?
Yeah, they're like, you look like shit.
That was makeup.
Of course.
That was makeup. But and also Damian Priest too, when he got burned by Aleister Black.
Yeah.
That was also makeup. But Cody Rhodes, no mi amor, that was not makeup.
Yo, that shit looked crazy though.
He looked like he crushed his orbital bone.
That's what happened though. That's what
he was like looks maxing. That's what it looked like.
Bro, it was like in there, bro. I was like,
so
damn.
I just want to know, like, how hard did he really truly kick him?
Because honestly, yeah, he probably just followed through with the kick. But he was probably so hyped up, and he just like, bam. Because that shit was horrible. I wonder what
it was horrible.
Yeah, I don't even know, because then they brought him out at Raw to like talk to Punk, and I was like, nigga, you're not even done with Randy Orton.
I know.
Like, what are we talking about? You know, but I'm sure that they had to advertise Cody for the show because they wanted to get more people in the building or whatever. So
I mean, everybody's there till the end, right? So like, if you're like, okay, as like somebody who works in TV and film, right? When you get production days, you're working from this day to this day. So that's why when we move on to Monday Night Raw, we saw all the people that were not on Monday Night Raw, at least in the crowd. Like, you are on a contract. We're here for the next 4 days, and this is you have to make an appearance now.
Right.
You know. So I kind of understand that why he showed up to Monday Night Raw, and then so yeah, and then two things I want to address before we move on to the next thing. Before we move on to night 2, which is obviously the better night. Do you think Randy was injured? Because there was a lot of rumors. Even Michael Cole was saying it on commentary. Well, there's a lot of speculation that Randy's back is hurt and blah, blah, blah. But remember the last time they did that, it wasn't true, and he was selling really good. Mm-hmm. And then I also want you to give me your feedback on AJ Lee, and her post-show interview was very like cryptic and weird. So if you could kind of like give me your opinion on those two things.
So I didn't see the AJ Lee interview because I didn't even watch. I was like so like done with the show that I didn't even watch the fucking post show. I was like, bro, like I need to go home. Like, I was like, fuck this shit. So I didn't see what AJ Lee had to say. But that spot where you see where Cody dropped Randy, and then Randy was like, nah, like act like he hurt his
Mm-hmm.
back. That was a callback to another spot that there was a wrestler, Mr. Kennedy, who
Mm-hmm.
was basically getting ready to get pushed, and then
Mm-hmm.
he had a situation where he dropped Randy for a backdrop, and Randy Orton said that like he like broke his shoulder or like he like fucked his back up or something. So they told Vince like, yo, like this guy fucking sucks. Don't push him. Like I don't
That's
want like they were
hilarious.
like, yo, if you push him, I'm not gonna work with them. Like and you know
Mm-hmm.
like back in those days, bro, if John Cena or Randy Orton don't want to work with you, like you're gonna stay in that mid card forever.
I heard that. I heard that about Hulk Hogan. That he got like a real kick to like his throat, and he goes, "I'm not working with this guy no more," or
Yeah.
something like that. It
I,
was something along those lines that I heard.
I mean, so I can tell you, King Mabel. Well, remember Viscera? Viscera,
It's
big
ringing a
fat black
bell.
dude with the mohawk.
I think so.
Okay, so Viscera, how we would most likely know him from Attitude Era. Before
Okay.
Attitude Era, he was King Mabel. So he was Mabel.
Okay.
So basically, there was a point where Kevin Nash was the WWF champion, and then they were pushing Mabel to fight him, and literally like Mabel goes like like every big wrestler they have that spot where they go off the rope and then they sit on you.
Mm-hmm.
So when he sat on him, I guess he like crushed like Kevin Nash's ribs, and like
Oh my
and like
god.
Kevin Nash went back and was pissed. But then like he told Vince like, yo, nah, you don't have to fire him. Like he could keep his job, but just keep him the fuck away from me. So like Viscera
Wow.
was so known. Like, I don't like to say that because God rest the dead, but this is other people's account. Taker said that Viscera was like so prone to hurting people that when they brought Viscera back, Taker made sure to put him in the Ministry of Darkness because he didn't want to wrestle him.
Oh my god.
He's like, no.
Wow.
He's like, no, I love him, bro, but no, I'm gonna put him. He's got to be with me because I'm not gonna work him. It's like, damn. But no,
Wow.
but I'm sure Randy Orton's fucked up.
And these were all like accidents, obviously.
Yeah. I don't think that they're trying to do it on purpose, but it's just carelessness, more of that, Because the only time that people really get hurt in wrestling is when you're careless or when you're tired. That's why, like,
Or tired?
that's why your cardiovascular is probably the most important thing for professional wrestling. Because if you have,
Oh, so you think they're running and doing the stairs
of
constantly?
course, bro, Ric Flair used to wrestle 60 minutes all the time, and like that's what you'll notice. Like you ever see like somebody like try to go for their move and then they're like, like like sometimes they're really fucking tired, like they're gassed out. Like Jay Uso,
Mm-hmm.
when the whole thing was happening where he was losing his push on Unreal, because that was the one episode I actually did watch.
Oh,
Was
I never watched it.
So they had an episode where they were talking about WrestleMania 41, how Jay beat Gunther for the title. So they were talking about that part where you remember where Jay got hung up on the ropes and like against Grace, it was like on the way to the push, on the road to WrestleMania. Remember Jay had that moment where he fucked up the top rope dive, right?
It's not ringing a bell for me right now
Okay.
because maybe I think what I'm thinking about when the rope was remember there was a pay-per-view and like it was like Italy or France and Damian Priest's legs
Oh,
got like
yeah.
stuck on the rope.
That was scary
And I
as
was like,
fuck.
oh my god, he could have broke his leg.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. But no, so basically what happened was, and this is what them led to them bringing like Jimmy to get back with Jay, do a couple tag matches, get him back on track to get him to the belt. But it's funny because literally like right after that accident happened, he went back to Triple H, and the first thing he said was like, "Yo, I gassed out. Yo, I gassed out. I blew up. I got tired." You know what I'm saying? So your cardiovascular is definitely the most. I would say one of the most important things. Damn, I don't even know
Wow.
why we went there, but we were talking about Randy Orton, right? Was he hurt?
Yeah, so do you think that kick was real? Do you
Oh
think
yeah.
it went too far? Do you think it
Uh,
was an accident?
I don't think it was an
Because
accident.
I feel like in real life, I don't think that Randy really hates Cody.
No.
I do think that Roman and CM Punk really hate each other. But I don't think that he would do that to him. Like obviously you want to sell it, but I think it was an accident. What do you think?
My thing is like, why would he hurt him for real if he's gonna need him for next week? That's one thing, right? So I think that he just got too hyped up. like, all right, like me being a DJ, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I'm in the mix, bro, and I'm doing my shit and everything's like I'm crushing. Like sometimes I might just get on the mic and be like, ah, fuck them niggas, like, you
Oh
know.
my god.
But it's just because I'm so hyped up because I'm doing what I love. I'm doing it well. You know, this is my opportunity, my moment. So I think by the
Mm-hmm.
time Randy got to that part, he was just like so like in it. And imagine, bro, you got fucking what is it, 40,000, 50,000, 80,000, whatever the fuck it is. All these people
Like cheering you on.
like cheering you, booing you, or whatever. So you're just feeling that. So then it's like imagine because let's pull back the curtain for the punt kick, right? I'm sure he fucking runs full speed, and then once he gets really close, he tries to stop, and then pop, and then just kind of like gently tap your face, but then follow through to make it look devastating. That's just like my deducing it. You know, obviously I never wrestled before, so I don't fucking know. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that when he did it, he was probably just running so fast that like he just like, oh shit, like just went all the way through. But
Oh,
but he can't check on him right after he did it. He can't be like, hey, oh my
are
god.
you okay?
No, he gotta fucking go. He gotta sell it. Like he gotta just go in it. So,
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen, that was night one of WrestleMania. Let's get into the real shit, bro.
Yeah, night two.
WrestleMania Sunday.
Wow.
Let's start from the beginning, bro. I mean, a torch was passed, a beast was retired, a career was
Yes, and there
ended.
was no special entrance for Oba or Brock.
They probably didn't need that shit. They didn't need that shit.
But I'm not even gonna lie. I was watching it on because our through our cable company, we have the app through like I have the app through my phone, and I was like, okay, I know I did back and buys that day, and I'm gonna do cardio, and I was on the cardio machine on the stairmaster. I was like this. The guy next to me was looking at me, and I was just kind of like on the stairmaster,
Yo,
getting it.
Oba's a monster, bro. And like that match was so
Well, we
fire.
got what we wanted. We got what we wanted.
And we got a new beast.
But from what I heard through the grapevine, at least from the rumbles behind the curtain, is that Brock retiring was off script. So this would, and I'm so happy because I did not want to see another John Cena Gunther part 3. Like I no. I'm so happy that he did not want to be like, yeah, Gunther is gonna retire me. Like, thank God,
No,
thank freaking God. He probably saw that plan, was like, no, you're not gonna do
nah,
me
he
dirty
was
like
like,
that.
bro, like,
So
bro.
I'm happy that that happened, but I also felt like there was no like reaction, and I'm not sure if it was because everybody was in shock or that nobody believed it. But he threw up this, and then he took
I don't
everything
know, bro.
off.
Honestly, that was the
So
most human I've ever seen Brock Lesnar ever. Bro,
really,
Brock Lesnar was slapping fives to the crowd, walking like this. Bro, Brock Lesnar has never
yeah,
done that.
he don't do that.
Has
No.
never done that. Even when he was in the UFC, where like you know he could be, you know, he doesn't have to be a heel. He was
He
still a
could be
fucking.
himself.
He was still a heel. Like
Oh my
so,
god.
just to see Brock Lesnar humanized, and it's like you know, obviously, you know, it was a hell of a career, bro. Like he retired from, I guess you would say both sports. You know, retired from MMA and wrestling right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like he finally found someone that was worth it to give that moment to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that that was amazing. Like I thought that Oba handled it well. I thought that like you know I like Oba's moves too. Like I think he does his moves well. He's impactful with his shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it looked believable. Like
It did, 100%.
like
I
like
wish we would have got like a little bit more F5s, you
I
know,
was,
and like some more kickouts.
but at the same time, I feel like Brock needed to get his ass whooped like that because like if they would have went out there and had a 50-50 match, it wouldn't have been the star making performance that it should have been. Because think about it, bro. Like, all right, like on the UFC side, Cain Velasquez, known as one of the greatest UFC heavyweights of all time, he beat Brock Lesnar, but knocked Brock Lesnar the fuck out. Like, he went out there and fucking starched Brock. And it made him one of the biggest stars in UFC history. But if he would have went out there and beat Brock by split decision, it probably wouldn't have had that same effect. So Brock had to lose emphatically to get the result that they wanted. So I feel like like it had to happen like that, and that's what it was. And I thought it was great. I thought that it was really nice to see Brock just be emotional and be in the moment and like show that he is grateful for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was crying.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I had my tissue box next to me. I was like,
yo,
because but I was also like, at first I was like, oh, is this gonna be like, like AJ Styles, how he retired and then he still had like a few matches and it was like a whole big thing, but he was just kind of like, no, I'm gonna take even like how I knew he was serious, especially like my experience like going to Thailand, like when you bow, it's like the deepest like form of gratitude you could possibly acknowledge to the other person or whatever you want to give gratitude towards. And the fact that he put his stuff down and completely did a full bow that way, I was like, oh, okay,
he's done. He's done. He's done.
Yes,
he's done.
It was very sad, and I felt like the crowd, I don't know if it was just kind of like people who don't watch wrestling or if they were just in shock, but there was no like, we didn't get what John Cena got. And I don't know if it's because of all the stuff that's happening with him behind the scenes, or if there wasn't like enough appreciation, because John Cena didn't have a dirty face. No offense.
No,
so, I don't know why that was like
it's a 50-50 thing.
Reaction.
It's a 50-50 thing. I think people were shocked. Nobody was expecting it. And I think that was mainly it. But I think that he got a good reception. Like I thought people were cheering him, and I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
Sad.
Yeah,
it was really sad.
Super.
It was only 5 minutes long, but it was really sad.
Bro, they didn't need nothing else. That's all they fucking needed was 5 minutes, bro.
All right, let's move on to my favorite one was the ladder match. El Cero.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of sad that Ray didn't win, but I mean, I feel like everybody had a great showing in the match.
Agreed. So to me, I feel like the standout parts from the ladder match were Penta coming out dressed as a Mortal Kombat, and I actually want to see that movie now. That I know that Cody's in it, and
no, Cody's in Street Fighter.
Oh, Street Fighter? Okay, so I'll watch that too. But yeah, I want to watch Mortal Kombat, especially that we used to play it as kids. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they're like rage baiting me with the nostalgia. What else? So yeah, I like that he came out in the Mortal Kombat outfit. Rusev died. Like when Rey Mysterio fell on top of him.
Yo, that was awesome. I love that spot. It was so like just like boop 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 boom.
Yeah. He completely died.
Sweet.
And then JD doing the Spanish fly off the ladder was awesome.
Insane.
Yes. And then the Mexican Destroyer on JD on the ladder.
It was like the spot. It was like this narrow. Like it was like.
Well, that's my favorite move ever. We remember we watched like so many other people do it. Like,
yeah, bro. It's crazy.
I loved it
because it's like. Though there was such a thin margin for error right there. Like it was such a tight spot when he did it. I was like, bro, there's no way he's gonna do it. He don't have enough space.
Well, I just can't think about me landing on top of a ladder. I feel like a table is almost kind of like, okay, you're gonna land. It's gonna be a little bit hard.
I mean,
but like there's holes in the ladder for you to step on. Yeah. So it's like getting like, I don't know. It didn't look pleasant.
But that's how KO got fucked up with his neck, was fucking with them ladders.
I thought KO got fucked up with his neck when they did that fight with him and Cody, and then I think Cody did the pile driver on him.
No, he did the Alabama Slam.
That's what it was.
He did
I remember watching it. That was like the best match ever.
That match was fire as fuck.
Oh my god, that was like crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss KO, bro.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wish they would have brought him back in the storyline with Cody and Randy. That would have been better. It's like you can't wrestle, but you're still a badass on the mic.
Right. Yeah.
Hello.
That's crazy because we got robbed from that Randy and Cody match. I mean, not Randy and KO last year WrestleMania. We got robbed.
Actually, I don't know if I saved this clip or if I just watched it, but Ted DiBiase was in the crowd of WrestleMania. They were like, dog, why didn't we use him?
No. Did you see that Randy Orton said that he owed him 25K?
No.
He's like, yeah, Ted. He's like, yeah, Ted DiBiase owes me 25K, and like he was like doing like an interview, and he's like, clip that up. He's like, get that out there. He owes me 25K.
Oh my god.
And
What do you think, from like gambling?
I don't know. They were flaming him though. They were like, yo. How would they were like, yo, you have some nerve to go in these expensive ass seats and take pictures and shit, knowing that you owe this man that money, like.
That is hilarious.
So then Ted DiBiase Sr., the $1 Million Man, comes out on his Twitter and he's like, oh, I don't owe Randy Orton any type of money. I've never loaned him any money, blah, 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 like clearing his name. And Randy Orton quoted it, was like, Junior does.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Everybody was like, bro, the ticket alone was like 25K. But the funny thing about Ted DiBiase Jr. was he was recording himself like during the Randy and Cody package, right?
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I saw, and I was like, oh, so he was in the crowd.
Yo, he was probably waiting to see himself like in there, like, oh, like look, legacy, like. And they didn't show him not once.
That's hilarious. Oh, because you know how they like pull out the people from the crowd.
No, but I'm saying like they didn't even show him in the video package.
Like when they're like, oh, this person's here.
No, like before the match, like you know how they were like the whole history of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't show him in there, so he's recording himself while that's playing, so that he can catch himself on the big screen, and he did not.
Oh, and they never got him.
And he did not.
Damn. That's hilarious.
Yo, pay that man, Ted DiBiase. Pay that man.
Wow. But yeah, the ladder match was awesome.
It was sick.
I'm happy that Penta won and retained, and I feel like they just have so much more invested in Penta, and as much as I wanted Rey Mysterio to like do maybe like one last run, I just don't think he can.
Nah, I think he can.
And I was reading an article about how much wrestling actually takes a toll on your body, and I just don't think he physically can. So shout out to Penta.
Yeah, it could if it wasn't
El nuevo campeonato.
If it wasn't Penta, it could have been Javon Evans, but either way, we still good, you know. Either way.
I don't think I see what the angle that you're coming with, but I feel like it's too soon.
I mean, 21 years old, you could have been the youngest Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I saw that.
History.
So do you want to talk about Sami Zayn getting booed?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah, they were booing him hard.
But before we get to that, let's talk about Trick Willie's entrance of the weekend.
Honestly, I liked his entrance from the last pay-per-view. What was the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania?
Damn, I don't even remember now.
Where he actually debuted of him spinning on the carousel, and then it got all dark, and then they put the lights on him, and then he was standing there, and then it was just like. I think they even like filmed it for Unreal because I saw like a little.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
When they debuted that entrance, that's how I thought it was gonna be, it wasn't. It was still fire, but I was expecting that part. But then I saw his like coat, and it was like he was like coming out like Joanne's fabric. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
It was like a receipt. It was like a Walgreens receipt.
Yeah, it was like a CVS.
There we go.
Get the coupons.
Yes, that's what it is.
The coupons that come out, and it's like save $3, and it's like a long receipt. That's what it felt. It felt like a CVS receipt.
There we go. That's exactly what it was. I was like, yo, this guy is something else, bro. And even I felt that match was a little rushed too. But before anything, I gotta give major props to Little Yachty for that bump that he took.
Yes, I actually have that written here in my notes. Yachty actually took some bumps.
No, the one bump that he took on the barricade, that's enough.
Yeah, no.
Bro, you don't know how a lot of people sent me that shit. Like, you know, because everybody knows I like wrestling and shit. So like, they were sending it to me, and somebody was like, "Yo, how the fuck his AirPod stayed in the whole time?"
Oh, he was wearing an AirPod? I didn't notice.
They said it stayed in after the bump. But after that, after I seen that bump, I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, yep, he got it.
They probably fit his ears really good because when I go running with my AirPods, they fall out. Yeah. And I have little ears.
Yeah,
so
he probably I don't know. I wonder why the fuck would you even go out to WrestleMania with AirPods, but all right, whatever. But hey, you seen Yachty bought Trick Williams a chain?
Was that the chain that he was wearing when he came out?
After Mania, I think he got him the chain.
Oh,
But yeah, he bought him a chain like a TW, like a
that's
Eliante.
hilarious.
He got that boy Eliante.
Well, I like that, and I like that they gave us from night two. I feel like they gave us what we wanted. Ova won, Trick Williams won, Penta won, and then I totally agree. Like I feel like they should have just said that the Finn Balor was in a fight Dom, and then he came out as
The Demon.
As the Demon would have been like more surprising for me. And this is also like my first time watching the Demon fight. You know, I've never seen his alter ego, so that would have been nice if it was kept like a surprise.
That version of Finn Balor. You don't even know
No, and shout out to the makeup artist.
Fire.
Shout out to the makeup artist that did his makeup, because that body paint, when I tell you, they're sweating, they're rolling around, and it did not move.
Bruh.
Like you need your flowers and your recognition.
Bruh, this nigga had a black
awesome.
this nigga had a black tongue.
Yes, it honestly reminded me of like one year I did for Halloween, I did Venom. And I did my whole face, and I made look like the tongue was like coming out of my chest.
Yeah.
And it's like more of like a 3D style art.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what it was, because
He
if you
did
look
a
at
Venom
it,
too.
like the teeth was like, yeah, it was like a Venom style kind of character that he did, because the teeth were like on his chest. On the back it said Demon. I like that he came out with the headdress and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. I like the confetti part. The photography that came out from those photos were just amazing. Chef's kiss to that. And then how did you feel that randomly from one night to the other, literally within minutes before, they were like, oh yeah, it's a street fight?
I mean, it should have always been kind of a street fight, because it's like they had street fight level beef, you know? But
it didn't feel like a street fight.
No. It didn't get as gritty as we thought. Yo, all right. No, I was gonna say why Top always lose at WrestleMania, but he won last year.
Didn't he win the Intercontinental?
Yeah, he won the Intercontinental Championship. But then before that, he lost to his dad, and
because I remember him winning that, and then we stopped booing him.
Well, now
remember he would talk and he would get booed, and now Logan Paul gets that. He talks and they just boo.
Yep. They don't want to hear what he says.
No. No.
But hey, I gotta say it, bruh. This was the best Jade Cargill match I've ever seen. She wrestled. No. You can't. I don't want to hear nothing. She wrestled her ass off, because literally every Jade Cargill hater I know was like, "Damn, I'm not gonna lie. She had a great showing." And
she did have a good match, and she actually wrestled this time.
And too, the thing is that like
problem.
I give her more credit, because, and this is not to disrespect Rhea at all, but this is more just to say, I don't think Rhea's like a ring general. Like, I don't think Rhea's in there like calling spots and you know what I'm saying. So they really had to work together. But also too, I mean, that's the result that you get when you get two women, same size, you know, like same type of build, same strength, like, you know, like it was her best match. It was her best match.
It's not when people fight Io Sky.
And she's
somebody
just
like me, I'm all tiny.
And then you get
like a big giant.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing, is like we never really seen Jade fight anyone like built like her. Because it's either been somebody really small or Nia Jax who's bigger. You know, so it's like, I thought it was good. I thought Michin looked really hot too. Like her outfit and shit, she looked really sexy. Like I loved her. I loved her outfit, and I like B-Fab's outfit too. But Michin's outfit and like the way she did her hair and everything, like it just like really stood out to me. Like I was like, ooh. I was like, yeah, that's interesting. But I thought it was the best Jade Cargill match I've ever seen. I think Rhea should have won. Like, I think, like, you know, I like that they did that.
100%.
I like that they did that. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully this can continue to get Jade Cargill the goodwill amongst the wrestling fans that she deserves, you know, because at the end of the day, she's a hardworking woman, bro, and she brings a lot to the product in regards to, like, there's certain rooms or certain things that she could do that a lot of people on the roster can't do. and she already has such a huge crossover appeal even before she was in WWE. So it's like people want to hate on her and shit, but she brings a lot to the table. Like literally, like there's certain people that like when they go to WWE, it's like they get signed. With her, it's more. It was more of a partnership. Cause understand, but she already had money coming into this shit. Like, right, she was already good. She's already good. Like, so I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she had a good match, and I hope that this continues to build that goodwill that she's earning.
I totally agree with you, but what I was confused about is like obviously we knew that Michin and BFAB were gonna pull like a Judgment Day and like try to get involved in the match to help her win. But like, why did EO come out? And then like obviously she like beat up Michin and BFAB, but then on Monday they wrestled the Kabuki Warriors. Like I was just very confused on like why did EO get involved in this situation? Because Rhea, no offense, is strong enough to beat Jade on her own.
I mean,
like where do you think they're going with that? Like so, future.
I think that they're gonna probably try to build this faction of Michin, BFAB, and Jade. They're gonna try to build that a little bit more to maybe lead to some dissension there or whatever. But it's just gonna make Jade look stronger to have a faction. So I like that.
Even though she's not a champion anymore.
Yeah, no, she still can use the faction. She can still use the faction. But I think that they're obviously gonna build towards another Io Sky and Rhea match. Because
versus each other.
Of course, because that always is gonna go, and they're gonna always want to do that. They're outside of like Bianca and Naomi, they're the biggest women on the roster.
Agreed.
Like, so it's like you put them in something together, so it's gonna start with that slow dissension. I just wonder who's gonna turn heel. That's the only thing.
Well, if you when we get to Monday Night Raw, there was a section where Liv and Rhea crossed paths
again.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, so where they planted the seed, but where is it going?
I mean, but you can always pick that feud up whenever because they have so much.
Could they do history. Champion versus champion, and then whoever wins gets two
belts? Nah. They're probably gonna build it towards what they do in Saudi Arabia. You know how they do the what is it, whatever the fuck they do in Saudi Arabia where they make the custom belt and
crown jewel.
The crown jewel shit, yeah. So they're probably trying to at least get them to interact because I'm sure that's coming up soon. So I'm sure that's what they're building towards with that. But yeah, no, to put a bow on it, I thought that match was literally the best match I've seen from Jade, so I was very happy to see that.
Agreed. I will agree with you on that.
Yeah, it was the best match. So hopefully, she can just continue to build the goodwill, bro, because she brings a lot to the table. Who else? What? That was it. We touched every match before the main event.
Yeah. The only thing we need to talk about is
Danhausen.
But my favorite part of the whole show was Danhausen with the mini Hausens.
Bro, all right. Was there one of the mini houses that looked just like Ben Stiller?
Like, honestly, I couldn't tell.
Nah, there was one that we were like, "Yo, is it gonna look like Ben Stiller in the face?" Like,
I couldn't tell. No. They all had the same face makeup and the cape, so I'm like, "Oh, it's just mini Danhausen."
Yeah,
that I was so cute.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn!" It's funny because I was like, "Where is he?" And then boom, he showed up. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was actually like really pissed off with night one. I'm like, "Oh, so no Danhausen, like nothing. Like why?
Not even a mention."
No, but they did have a blimp.
Yeah.
The Danhausen blimp.
Nah, but honestly, bro, Danhausen is gonna make them so much fucking money. It's crazy.
I really enjoy him as a character, and then Miz had his WrestleMania moment. He was looking for it, and then I just think it's like ironic that Kit Wilson's like toxic, but he's also doing like toxic things. Like it's a very irony of a character, but I really enjoy it.
I love Kit Wilson, bro. I love him.
I do too.
I think he's doing a great job. I love his gear. I love the dance, like everything. I fuck with Kit. I fuck with Kit tough. But yeah, it was funny as fuck when the dude punched him in the nuts and all the shit.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. I loved it, and it was great. And he was like, it's WrestleMania Hausen.
yeah. No, that was sick. That was sick. Let's talk about this main event.
So the main event for me, like, I loved Roman's entrance because he was not just honoring his father, but like everybody who was involved in the Samoan family. Because like I saw like
Umaga.
all yeah Umaga and like everybody who came before him
Alpha,
that is
Seika,
related to
the
him.
Wild Samoans were in there. Everybody
Yeah,
was in there.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And then the opera singer. And then he also did the song. Did he go back to his original song, the one that I came out to for my wedding?
I don't know, honestly, because they all kind of it's like they're all sound the same, but then they're like a little different in the beginning, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I think he came out to his original song again. Like he switched back.
I like that song though. It just sounds so
I like it
majestic. It
too.
just
It's
sounds so
great.
doom 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 doom. It's just so like, yeah, that shit was fire.
And then CM Punk's entrance was just like it was okay.
Nah,
He did
bruh.
change it though, and he comes out and it says it's clobbering time, and then the music plays. So I
Oh,
did see
that
that.
was
I
hard.
noticed that change.
That was hard.
Um,
His outfit was fire as fuck. The jacket was crazy. You see, he was repping.
the only thing I didn't understand about the jacket was the crown in the back. It
So
was
the
honoring a wrestler, but I
Harley
couldn't. I don't. I,
Harley Race. So
yeah, I don't know who that
he's an
was. Or
old school wrestler, but he was like the original King of the Ring. So he was King Harley
oh,
Race in WWF. So that crown, even the King of the Ring crown, like the design, it was like this. It never really changed, you know. So that's where that was. Cause remember, like in the build up, he was talking about how like, oh, I think it was like in Pittsburgh or something. He's like, this is an old school wrestling town and Harley Race and blah, 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 blah. So I think that it kind of just like the jacket was like a culmination of everything, you know. So I liked it. I liked that he was repping Puerto Rico for his shorty.
oh yeah. I saw the Puerto Rico
Yeah,
patch on it. That was
repping for
that was
his
cute.
repping for his shorty.
I
But
actually didn't know that AJ was Puerto Rican.
yeah, repping for his shorty. Now Damian Priest is like, fuck, I'm supposed to be the best Puerto Rican wrestler on the roster.
That's hilarious. He is though. He is though.
Shout out to AJ Lee too, man. I like her. But
I feel like the crowd was very mixed. Like there was no clear
yo,
no clear cheer
no.
for Punk, but no clear cheer for
I,
Roman
I
either.
told
It
my
was mixed
homeboys.
from both sides.
I told my homeboys. I was like, bro, this shit like Republican versus Democrat. Like you're either on one side
It was
or
very
the other. It was
mixed.
very 50-50, bro. I was going
On
for
both sides though.
I was going for Punk though. I can't front. I was going for Punk.
No, I was going for Roman. Duh.
Yeah, no. I was going.
Hello.
I was going for Punk, bro, because I was like, it's clobbering time, bro. Like, even though like I understand why Roman won, but I was just like, damn, bro. Like, Punk needs a main event dub, but it was such a great match. It was.
It was an amazing match, and you know what? Why I think it was such a great match? Because I don't. Maybe you have a different opinion than me, but I genuinely think, especially that I watched the post show, they do not like each other,
No.
and sometimes you got to work with people that you don't like to make your money.
Right.
And it's not about feelings.
It's
I
about
need to feed
business.
my family.
But at the same time,
And
I
and
could.
sometimes you gotta suck it up. And I genuinely felt that's why that match was so good because they generally do not like each other.
No,
That's what I think.
I agree.
That's why that match was so good.
I agree. I agree. It was good, and they worked really well together. I thought that like it was like good back and forth. I like that there was like callbacks to other shit. You know, like all that shit. Like I thought it was really good.
I feel like the match should have been not like I guess like unsanctioned because like you saw how they were like out of the crowd, they were out of the ring, and then the John Zapata was like counting, and it's like why are we doing this type of match? Like we already know they're gonna be brutal, and they're gonna bring it. Like why are we doing the standard rules? But then I feel like after a while they kind of quit on the standard rules. I don't know if you
Yeah,
noticed that.
and then no, it was like they just let it slide for certain things, and then like they bring it back for certain things. You know, like they're like, all right, now now you guys can go in and have a regular match. You know, because you got to give people a little something, especially when it's like such a intense feud like that. Like, bro, like this shit can't end with just regular wrestling moves. Like, y'all need to go in the crowd, beat the shit out of each other. Somebody got to bleed. Like, you know, I thought it was. I can't even say Punk's best match since he's been back because he's had some bangers, bro.
Yeah, the Drew McIntyre
The whole
match.
series was just
Michelle
like,
was
yeah,
great.
yeah. I don't know which one I over like which one I rate higher, but damn, that match was good, bro. That match was so fire.
Yeah, that match was awesome. Like and it was a good amount of time
Yeah.
as well.
You know what's one thing though that like people that we gotta like give Roman Reigns or acknowledge him about is that he could take fucking 6 months off and wrestle again and just like be smooth, you know, just right in there like.
Yeah, I don't feel like he. Well, I mean, look at his physique.
Yeah, but not even that. But like, when have you ever seen like? Well, I'm just saying like in regards to thank you. I'm saying like in regards to like fucking up and shit like that. You know, like his spots are always on point. He's always where he needs to be. He's always doing the right shit. Like even
Well, do
with
you think he's obviously he trains when he's not wrestling?
yeah, but I don't think he's like thank you. I don't think that he's taking bumps while he's not training. Like I think he's just like lifting weights and doing regular shit like that. You know. In my opinion, you know, I don't think that he's like. I don't think Roman has a ring in his backyard.
Maybe.
And like, thank you.
He might.
And like calling the Usos over, like, hey, bro, we need to take some flat back bumps. Like, I don't think so.
So you don't think he was doing like that I Showed Speed segment that we saw last week on Raw, where he was just like bumping into like the cushion and stuff?
Fuck no, not at this point in his career. Hold the Raw then. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Okay. Wait, one last thing. So yeah, so to me, I felt like that was like the best match that we got, the longest match that we got, and I actually felt like true emotion from the match. And one thing I do want to, well, first like let's acknowledge Roman Reigns, right? Number one, and number two, did you realize that there was no surprises at all?
Yeah.
On the second night, nothing. Nothing.
I don't know, but like. I feel like WWE's kind of been like leaning away from that, bro. Like they don't even really do too much. Like they do surprises, but like they don't really like bring back like legends for like the Rumble and like shit like that. Like they don't really do shit like that no more. Because remember, every year back in the day, they used to have like the gimmick battle royal where they would bring back like all these old timers and like shit like that. Like they're not doing that shit. So I don't know, but I thought it was one of the best matches that I've seen in a long time. And
agreed.
Yeah, it was what it needed to be. It was definitely what it needed to be. But let's get into Monday Night Raw.
All right, so
Yeah,
so Monday Night Raw to me was, I don't know how to feel. I'm like 75% good and then like 25% bad, because we start off the show with Oba. Obviously, they got us lit like we doing the Yeet. Like I feel like that's the new Yeet now. So you want to get us all hyped up. You play the song, and he comes out and he's doing his shoulders, and I was obviously hyped. And then all he said was 3 words.
That's all he
the
needed to
say. Is back, and I was just like,
what else?
That's it.
What else did he have to say?
I don't know. I really enjoyed him talking to Paul Heyman, so I thought I was gonna get like a little bit more. But you're right.
Yeah.
I feel like he like what else more needs to be said, but my expectations was more. Sorry.
It was kind of like a bike drop. It was just kind of like, yo, like.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. But I was just like.
It's funny though, because like wrestling, they do that shit all the time. Where like, all right, there was a moment where back in NXT when Carmelo Hayes turned on Trick Williams, like back in the day, like a couple years back, and like Carmelo Hayes came out, and the crowd was like booing him, and he was like, "Y'all don't even deserve to know right now," and just dropped the mic and left. So I felt like that was like that kind of moment where he was just like, "Yo, like I'm the ruler now, bitch. I'm captain now. Fuck out of here," and I'm gone.
I mean. But now that he basically retired Brock, right? Whether if it was, by choice or off script, whatever the case was, right?
It's a fact.
Okay, where do you think they're gonna go with him now? Who would be his like next opponent? Rusev?
See, this is tough because the thing about Oba now is that he's in that beast territory, where it's like honestly, I would love to see him as the world champion. But I don't even think he needs that shit right now. Like,
No, I don't think he needs it right now. I think it's too soon.
no,
But
I just think that like
who do you think might be his next opponent?
that's a great question. Damn, I don't know, cause all right, Gunther's a little busy. I think
I don't
about
want to see that.
you don't want to see that match.
No, I
No.
just want him to go like I don't wish bad on nobody, but I just need him to go like hide under a rock or something.
Who,
I'm
Gunther?
tired of seeing him.
No,
Yes, I'm so tired of
I'm
seeing him.
such a fan of Gunther.
Go to
though.
TNA or something.
No,
Go somewhere else.
I am such a fan of Gunther. Gunther, that's my sister talking. That is not me.
Punta. I liked him way better when he had Ludwig and the other guy, and he was like, it was like the faction that he had going on. That I enjoyed.
Imperial.
Ever since that, I'm telling you, Intercontinental Champion when he lost to Sami Zayn told me everything I needed to
No,
know.
it was like, you're a folder. You're not clutch. You're not clutch.
No, you fold it like a house of cards,
But
man.
I think for Oba next, it has to be somebody a little bit higher on the card. I don't want him to get into the Intercontinental title picture. I think he's a little surpassed that.
Agreed.
Damn, bro, like upper mid card, Seth is busy. Division, everybody's busy. Braun Breaker would have been dope. That'd be dope. But that's probably still too early. Damn, what do you do with Oba next?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like he came out, he did a mic drop. Now what? And that's kind of how I felt. Like that's what I wrote in my notes. Now what? Where are we gonna go with this? Like,
That's a great question.
Who is on his level? Like size, wrestling talent wise, that will deliver a match or a storyline that we would actually want to see. 3 out of 5.
Right.
And the only person that I could think of is Rusev, because I mean, is Otis really? I feel like Otis is there like every once in a while. Like he was in the Battle Royal,
But we're
they're
not
not really writing him on TV like that.
And plus, it's
then
like we
who
wouldn't
else?
like you wouldn't take Otis.
Who else is a big guy?
Damn, dog. Where Bronson Reed at?
Oh man, that's something I would like to see. But what is he's still on the injured list?
Yeah,
like, how long do you think he's gonna come back?
So I don't know, but I mean, damn, they could do a lot with Oba, but I don't know. That's a tough one.
Because if you really think about it, we don't really have big people on any roster.
Right, but honestly, I don't think there has to be somebody that matches up with him size wise, as long as there's a story. Like, all right, like even when Dragon Lee.
I don't want no offense. I don't want to see somebody small. Like I don't want to see him fight Tozawa. I'm sorry, I don't.
All
I
right,
don't.
but
I know Tozawa has the capabilities and he's very agile, and I don't want to see it. I'm ready to see like UFC the heavyweights fucking. Boom! That's what I want to see.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean. But Dan, that's actually a question I do not have the answer to. I don't know what would be next for Obafemi right now. Like
yeah,
but
it's
at the
really
same
hard.
time,
that's why I feel like that's why I feel like they went that angle that he did. Came out, mic drop.
Okay, but
we don't have no other plans for you right now.
But what roster is he on right now? He's not on Raw or SmackDown. He's a free agent.
Yeah, and that's another question that came up.
I mean,
he never really claimed.
But,
so is he gonna be like Cody Rhodes, or he could be on both?
But that could be his next story. For at least a couple weeks. Oh, trying to recruit him here and trying to get him to Raw to SmackDown, and So that could be something for a little bit. But I'm sure they're gonna have something for him. They can't just have him. We can't just not see him for 5 months after this. Like they're gonna have something. No. They're gonna have something for him.
That would have dropped the ball.
Exactly. And then after Oba, it was the Kabuki Warriors, where Asuka.
So yeah, then we had the Kabuki Warriors with Io and Rhea, and I honestly thought Rhea was gonna come out and at least like cut a promo, but she didn't. They just went straight into the match, and to me, it's just kind of like, why are they fighting? And then I also saw that Io Sky threw herself out of the ring. She did like a jump fly over the ring. And she did not land well. And shout out to Bobby Monsoon. I agree with you. If you guys know somebody in her camp, or hopefully maybe she'll watch this, like please stop doing it. Like, you're a great wrestler and you have other moves that are more safe than to do that and risk a neck injury. You're too good for that.
Right.
You don't need it.
I hear you. I mean, honestly,
Because it's not the first time. It's like last week before WrestleMania, the same thing happened too, where she landed really bad,
right.
and I was like, oh,
But at the same time, bro, it's like she does that move 50 out of 100 times. It's because she's gonna land good. So it's like, I don't know.
yeah, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. In
I
my
hear you,
opinion.
but I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really tell her not to do the move because shit, she's done that move so many times that it's like, anything could be like that though. Any move could be a suplex could fucking break your neck and kill you.
Yeah.
So it's like what move really is safe. But I thought it
Hmm.
was like, I thought it was a decent match. I didn't think anything of it too much. I thought it was just like there. I thought it was a good match.
Yes, that's kind of where I was. It was a good match because obviously we have four wrestlers that we enjoy watching, but I feel like where I got confused is like where is this going? Like the
What do you mean?
storyline, like
What do you mean?
where are we going?
It's built. It's obviously building towards Io Sky and Asuka, and then this girl Kyrie in the middle. Because I'm sure what's gonna happen is Rhea's gonna go and do her own thing. Like Rhea's not
As she
gonna.
should.
She's gonna be on SmackDown. So Rhea was just there, like, cause like you said, she was probably there because she was contractually out, whatever. So they were like, we'll use her, bring her out, and then now it's gonna build towards Io Sky versus Asuka at the next pay per view.
I feel like I would have really enjoyed if they would have did like an interlude, like Io Sky coming up to Rhea, like I need your help tonight or something. Like
To tie,
don't just throw shit at
but
me.
at the same time, it's like you already know that they're besties, so it's like who else would she get to help her?
Yeah, I don't
You know?
know. I miss having those like little clips of like them backstage, like I need your help, or like you did a good job, like let's do this, or like give me a little bit more. Don't just throw matches at me and then without like any like I just feel like there was no explanation to it.
No, I hear you. I mean, I thought that it was kind of self-explanatory because I'm like, we know all of them. We know they've always had problems. We've seen everything that Asuka said in the promo. So I thought that like they'd all just kind of tied in together there. I didn't think too much of that. Like I didn't think that would have been necessary, but it would have been better. Just another little extra segment. I wouldn't have been mad at it. But yeah, no, I thought the match was good though. I thought it was a good match. Damn, well, what happened after that? I'm trying to remember now.
And then after that, we got Punk. He came out. He
Oh,
got
okay.
booed. And then we have Punk and Cody Rhodes talking.
Yes.
So and then there was a rumor circulating with the weird promo that AJ Lee did and Punk losing that they were gonna go on a hiatus. And mind you, this man has not had really like a day off since Survivor Series when he came out that one time in Chicago. He's just been going and going. So if he would have took some time off to like rest and like be with his family, mourn his losses, by his dog and other friends and stuff that worked in the business that passed away, like it would have been like I would have respected it. But he was like, I'm not going nowhere. So it's just kind of like, why did AJ Lee give that weird message? And then I feel like they were also alluding to Cody Rhodes versus Punk, which is I'm 50-50. Like it's something I would like to see, but it's something that I'm like, do I want to see that?
I want to see it. But
Would you like to see that?
Of course, but the thing is that it has to be drawn up right. Like it has to be a well fledged out story. Like I wouldn't want to see them just fight at Backlash. Like that I don't want that. But like if they were to like do something like a good angle where like it's building, then of course. But I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. But at the same time, it was like kind of. I guess it was kind of like Cody's character needed to hear like what Punk was saying because even though Punk lost, he didn't feel like he lost, and even though Cody won, he didn't feel like he won.
I agree.
So I think that was just more to like, just write the characters in and let it all be kind of understood. And plus, bro, like you want to keep the crowd energized, so you bring out Cody Rhodes. So I thought that was cool. And then from there, it's like I'm remembering the show. I just can't remember it in fucking order, bro.
Okay, so then after that, we got JD versus Finn.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, I fast forward. I could not watch it because if you look at JD, he was bandaged up, right?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes they do that to like sell the injury
Hmm.
or whatever. But he looks so bloated. He does not look like that.
Yeah.
He looks so hinchado, especially around his stomach, that just looking at him like made me sick. You could tell that he was hurt, and I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I just fast forward to the end, and obviously, you know, Finn Balor won, and then Dominic Mysterio came out and then tried to like beat him up. But I honestly, like, I could not stomach watching the match because he looked hurt.
Yeah.
He looked like he just got out of surgery.
Yeah.
That's what he
No.
looked like, and he
But
hasn't like pooped in like 3 days.
well, now that you didn't see the match, I could tell you it was a good match. I just feel like it was too early to. I feel like they could have done that match at Backlash.
Yeah,
Like,
I
bro,
just,
like 20 years of story, like, you know, whatever it was, and you know all the shit. I trained them and all this, like, bro, like that.
the
That
promos were awesome though.
I love JD's promo too.
Because I didn't know that about them, that they were friends and they
Nah,
were
so
trained together. I
yeah,
didn't
Finn
know
Balor
anything
is,
about that.
is JD's big homie. But what you gotta understand is like, and I was telling like the guys this on Sunday when we were talking about JD, and I was like, what y'all gotta understand, bro, is like JD is like if he was like a professional athlete, like he would be like a guy who like had like a great college run, and then like they get to the pros and they're like still trying to figure it out, but you know that the talent is there because bro, you gotta understand like back in the day, like it was JD McDonough, which was Jordan Devlin and Gunther, and Dragunov were like the like lo último, like coming out of like Europe. You know what I'm saying? Those were the fucking, those were the guys. Like JD has a classic match against Gunther. Classic,
Wow.
classic, classic,
I gotta
classic,
watch that.
classic. But even people say that the Ilya Dragunov and Gunther match is like one of the best matches ever. Like, you know, so it's like that's something that's always there. So I do like that they are taking JD more serious and they're putting him on the path to take him more serious. I just think that that's something that they could have done at a PLE. Like, brother, there's enough meat on the bone, but at the same time, they probably needed that match just to, you know, feel for each other, maybe see what they're gonna do in the future or whatever. But I like that the OG Finn Balor is back.
What do you mean, the demon? Or...
No, just so the original Finn Balor before Judgment Day. You see how he had the song?
Well, he changed the song like a while ago.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
That's
I like
his-
his entrance, but
that's
it
his-
changed a while ago.
That's his original song,
weeks
though.
ago.
That's his original song.
Yeah. I remember when he came out and they were talking about how he went back to his original song, but that was like a few weeks ago. But I like his song, and I feel like he's a good wrestler. And
I like that he went. I like that he went back.
him.
I like he went back to the old gear. Got out of the joggers. Got into the tights. You know, like I fuck with all that. Like I thought it was a good match. Yeah, I thought that they both did their shit.
Yeah, I had to fast forward. Am I being extra? But he didn't look good, and it honestly looks like it looked like he was beating somebody up, and it was too much for my stomach to handle. I couldn't watch it.
No, I mean, hey.
And I know that he's a trooper. Like, you know, he finished the match with a broken rib. You know,
The
thank
whole-
God he didn't
remember-
puncture
rem-
his lung.
remember the head-
He's tough as nails.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch it. It's just too much. for me.
Real Irish guy.
Yes.
Real Irish guy.
So we have 2 new people added to our WWE roster, and I don't know if they're gonna go back and forth, but according to Adam Pearce, it's official. So we have now Ethan Page
Yes.
on
Yes.
the Raw roster.
Yes.
And we also have Soruka
Yes.
on it, and
Yes.
I'm here for both of them. Even though Ethan Page, like, he's such a good bad guy to hate that he's good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
It's funny too because you know Ethan Page is like, bro, he's actually a really good wrestler. He's really underrated. Like, cause remember he was at AEW. He was in AEW at first, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were literally like not jobbing him out, but yeah, they weren't using him. So then he had like a couple big matches there in AEW. Like they would basically like use him when they would go to like Canada and shit like that, and they need a Canadian guy. They would use him.
kind of like a Sammy. So Sammy's gonna be on any Saudi Arabia pay-per-view.
Same thing.
Okay.
So that's what they were using him as, and then he went to NXT, and then bro, they just started using him the right way. I think he's gonna be a major player, especially up in that mid card intercontinental title scene. I thought the match with Javon was fun. Like
Yeah, I like that too.
they have good matches
I like that
together.
too.
That move that Ethan Page did, where he like slammed him and then like yoked him back up and then slammed him again, like took him from the rope, and that shit was sick. Like,
Yeah.
I like his character. I like his gear, everything. Like I'm a big Ethan Page fan.
I actually want to see him and Chelsea Green together. 'Cause
Again?
I heard that they're like a dynamic duo.
Yeah, because they were doing the mixed tag thing in AAA. Yeah, they were doing that. So yeah, I think he's gonna do well on the main roster, especially like up in the mid card. Maybe he might have a chance to get upper mid card, because I'm not gonna lie, he can generate enough hate that he could probably fuck around and get to the main event. Just off of the hate alone. So I like that.
Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed it, and I didn't know that he was feuding with Javon in NXT.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like to continue that
Yeah.
storyline.
Yeah.
Especially the people like I don't get to really watch NXT like
Me
that.
neither.
Like I don't carve out. I don't make time for it in my schedule to watch it. And like last night I caught it. So it's like I catch it here now and then, but I'm not like a avid watcher like I am for Raw and SmackDown
yeah.
and the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed that. I found out that they have like a little bit of history together. Then they came with the Brock Lesnar tribute, and I absolutely bursted into tears.
Yeah.
And I feel like one thing that I do want you to, for our throwback match, is I didn't know that he beat The Rock
Oh
for
yeah.
the championship.
Oh yeah. 2002.
Which is what sent him over.
SummerSlam.
So yeah, so I want to watch that match with you, and Paul Heyman's promo for Brock Lesnar was absolutely
Amazing.
I was literally crying,
Yeah.
and I was just a little bit disappointed because it didn't get the same reaction that John Cena did. Like almost kind of like I don't know if people are still in shock or if people don't believe it. It wasn't. I was expecting a different reaction from the crowd,
Yeah.
and nobody was really cheering. So
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I just think that was a little that was insane though. That Paul Heyman went crazy on the mic, bro.
he went crazy to the fact that I want to watch it again.
Yeah, he went crazy, bro. And I'm surprised he didn't start crying. I thought he was gonna start crying. But and then it's just like fucking Austin Theory and Logan Paul standing there looking like two goofs. Like
Yeah.
Wow,
I feel like the crowd booed Logan Paul more than any reaction to the video or Paul Heyman's promo.
But I don't know. The way I see it is like this. Paul Heyman not gonna be with these guys for long. Paul Heyman about to find something else, bro.
No, they're gonna make the Usos champion again. So
I don't know. I think they might keep this thing going because now that Braun Breaker's back, so now that might keep Paul Heyman around a little bit longer.
Well, I think he's gonna fire them, and he's gonna only manage Braun Breaker. He doesn't need Logan Paul or Austin Theory.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole angle just got fucked over, bro, because of injuries, bro. Cause literally, bro, like if it would have went how it was supposed to go, it would have made Austin Theory. It would have made Logan Paul, Braun Breaker. It would have made all four of them. To be honest with you, it would have made all four of them, at least to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they fucked up. Is that they got hurt and then they weren't able to continue to build it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so now they just got to work with what they got. But
the Street Profits are back.
Okay, I want to say this: they better not. They better not. This better not be a one-off where they just come and save Rollins. Like, I would actually like to see a faction with the Street Profits and Seth Rollins.
Actually, I would like to see that too. Like, even if it's temporary.
Bruh, just think about the swag alone. Like,
oh, for sure. Hey, how come Seth is not giving us fashion?
Cause
now that he's back.
Cause he's on his Grammy shit right now. Like, bro, he beefing with the Vision.
Give me the fashion.
He beefing with Paul Heyman.
The goggles. Give me the feathers. Like, I miss that. I miss that so much.
And two, it's because he's been doing the thing where, like, he's been, like, coming out the crowd and having to disguise himself and the guys. So it's, like, I feel like, you can't really disguise yourself wearing big red boots.
Oh, man, you can't.
So I think that's it. But I think that if they do this Seth Rollins and Street Profits thing, like, then I think the drip will come back. Cause that'll be sick, and then too that could finally give us what we want, which is the Tez. It's what the people wanted. They want to see Montez Ford in a singles capacity, and if they join with Seth Rollins, it could lead to that, and it could probably lead to a point where you could still keep Angelo Dawkins made and still have him do shit. So I hope that wasn't a tease. Wait, wasn't there something else though? LA Knight and Gunther.
Oh yeah, he cut a promo on him.
Yep. LA Knight need to stay the fuck away from Gunther.
I mean, do you think he's gonna get beat up?
Of course, bro. LA Knight. I don't know. They could. I don't know, but yeah, I don't see a path to victory for our boy LA Knight. But that was,
I'm so tired of them burying him.
I mean,
he deserves so much more.
He does, and honestly, I don't know. Roman's the champion again, bro. So now that shit just, the main event scene just got it got smaller now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and then so the Street Profits came back, and then Braun came out and beat up Seth, and I need to watch it again because when I watched it, it was 420, so my vision was a little bit blurry, and I watched it again. I literally watched it and it happened, and then I looked and the camera didn't change angles, and Braun was bleeding.
Yeah. I didn't.
And then when I went back and I'm like, okay, so at this point he's not bleeding. Then he gives him the spear, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I see the blood, but apparently Seth hit him with a chair, and I'm gonna watch that again just to make sure I didn't miss it. But I guess he hit him too hard with the chair and like busted open his head.
He probably hit him and then it flapped like that. That part of the chair probably flapped and cut him up like that.
I was like, bro, this guy is bleeding because they didn't change camera angles. I was like, is he bleeding?
Yeah,
I can't do that. I'm not that gassed. I was like, let me go back. Yeah. And he sure was. And I was like, oh.
Yep. I seen that too. I noticed that, and I was like, yeah, that's a little crazy. But
yeah, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. And then so I guess let's get into the meat and the potatoes. So Roman comes out. And then the Usos come out with another song, like
hey, and then Roman talking about this washed up rapper from the '90s.
What washed up rapper from the '90s?
He's talking about Cameron.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, damn, maybe I should watch that promo again. But to me, it was more of like we're getting the bloodline back, and I want to know, how do you feel about that?
I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Like,
so you're over it.
I'm like, yeah, bro. It is what it is. Like, I like y'all together, bro, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, Roman's strong enough to stand alone. The Usos aren't strong enough to stand alone. Like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't know. But at the same time, it's like, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm being optimistic, but at this point, I could really give a fuck. Like, I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, I guess we did all this, and then they're just gonna go back to being dick riders. Like, all right, whatever. But that's family.
I mean, that's
family, bro. So it's like, there's always that, there's always that, and you can always say that, and it's gonna always make the story make sense. All I gotta say is though, for me, if I was like a wrestler, I would hate to be in the position that Jacob Fatu is in, which is being the first challenger after somebody wins the belt.
I just don't think, and I wrote this in my notes. It was so disrespectful, number one, to not acknowledge your older cousin, number one. Number two, the fact that Jacob Fatu is good. His gimmick is good. His personality is good. He's better. He's good on the mic. Like, it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, I mean.
And he has grown in front of our eyes. But I'm sorry, like, don't disrespect the tribal chief like that. You are just not ready to even have the courage to even ask for something like that.
Yo, that's crazy.
You have not put in your 10,000 hours.
What do you mean?
To go up to Roman and be like, yes, I'm gonna fight you for the belt. Like,
bruh, you're bugging. He just won.
Sorry.
He just won at
Sorry.
Mania. Nigga did
Nope.
years in the pen. Fucking
So
wrestled in the indies. Like, bruh, he's deserving of this. I'm just saying it sucks for him
no.
because you know he's gonna lose.
But that's my point. I just feel like it's just too early.
But
Not saying that we should never ever get that match. I like the angle that they're going with it, but it's way too soon.
no, I
He
honestly,
needs way more opponents, way more, just more. He needs more. He's not, and the fact that Roman was like, "All right,
I'm gonna think
I'm
about
gonna think
it.
about it." Like that should tell you everything you need to know.
Nah,
You're not on my level for me to even say yes.
man,
You're not.
But
I'm sorry.
Jacob could get there.
He could. He absolutely could.
Jacob could get there.
But it's just kind of like, how can I put this in like not wrestling terms and almost like, okay, that's like you being an assistant and then expecting to be the boss the next day. No,
I don't
no.
know.
You gotta be the intern, then you become the assistant, then you become like the assistant manager, then you become the manager, and then once you become the manager, then you could be like, okay, I'm gonna apply the position to be the boss. But you can't just be the intern and then think that you're gonna be the boss. Like, you can definitely have high expectations, but you have to put in. You gotta build it block by block, and he's just not there
Nah,
yet for me.
I don't know, because
He's not.
I think that if he wasn't there, they wouldn't have chosen him. They would have brought somebody else out to be the first challenger.
I feel like he clowned him, like he should have.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna think about
but
it.
hey, you know what though? I bet Jacob's gonna come back next week and snap, and then somebody gonna get
What,
fucked
and
up.
just like attack him?
Yeah. Think about this, bitch. Whoop his ass.
Well, okay, so now that we're talking about the which I'm gonna watch the bloodline story from the beginning again and maybe watch that 4-hour YouTube video.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it again,
I
right?
still watch it every now and then.
I'm gonna start watching it again to see if I could pick up like any nuggets of things that they might do moving forward. But now that the kind of the OG bloodline is back together, do you think, one, is Sami Zayn gonna join, and two, are they gonna be good or are they gonna be bad?
So, Sami Zayn is not gonna rejoin unless he has to, because I think Sami Zayn has other things that he's worried about and things that he has to do in regards to the heel turn and all this shit. So, I think Sami Zayn's not gonna be involved in this one. But wait, what was the other question?
So do you think they're gonna be good or do you think they're gonna be bad?
Anti-heroes, what they are. They're not good or bad. That's the appeal of the bloodline. That they do what they need to do, and they're family, and they ride for each other, and that's what the appeal is. It's not that they're. It's not like a Cody Rhodes who's like has high morals, or like a John Cena where it's like, like no, they're getting it. They're getting it out the mud, and that's why they're popular, because they're gonna do what they have to do regardless of it being good or bad. So I think that they're just gonna stay kind of in their anti-hero thing. Because what do you consider Roman Reigns? A good guy or a bad guy?
Ooh, I don't think Roman is good, but I also don't think that
He's
Roman
bad
is
either.
all bad.
Exactly. He's just a guy.
He has a goal and he gets what he wants.
Exactly. And some people can agree with it, and some people can agree with how he gets there, and then some people can disagree. That's why he's an anti-hero. So I think that they're going to be in that type of role. You know, just because it's like, it's what he does best. And two, the thing about Roman is like, Roman is so, it's either you love him or you hate him. You know, there's really not much in between. And even though now, obviously, he gets a lot more love than, before. Because before it was all hate. It was, like, before, like, I would say, like, 2017, 16, 15, it was all hate. Like, Roman was getting booed out fucking buildings,
I need to go back and watch something like that.
So when Roman was the big dog?
Like, this is like after he left the Shield?
Yes. So what happened was he left the Shield, and then Dean Ambrose changed, Seth Rollins changed, but he kept everything from the Shield.
The
gear, the song, everything. He just didn't come through the crowd. But yeah, he kept everything from the Shield. So for a long time, that made people not fuck with him. And then that's what got him so insanely popular, was when he changed his gimmick. Like changed it and actually added more layers to it, you know. And now it's like the tribal chief and the bloodline. That's like the one of the deepest stories in wrestling, you know, because it's just so much shit. But yeah, I think that they're gonna be in the anti-hero range. I think that Jacob Fatu is gonna lose that backlash. But then it's like, where do they go from there? You know, like
Well, this is my next question for you. I need to know at what point do we add Solo to this? Because I feel like Solo played such a big,
we don't.
important role in this whole bloodline story.
Hey,
He's also a family member, and I was also expecting, like, at one point, to like them to bring in Zilla Fatu. I would love to see that. So if you guys are watching, like, he's ready.
I don't think he's ready.
Yes. Oh
Nah.
my God, Zilla Fatu would kill.
I think he would, but I think that he could kill in NXT.
Nah, I think he would squash Jacob.
Zilla
I
Fatu
think
would.
he would.
You're
Yes.
fucking crazy.
Yes.
You're
Yes, I think
insane.
Zilla would. No,
Bro,
Zilla would
even
squash Jacob.
even Zilla Fatu would be like, nah, you're tripping. Like Jacob Fatu is his big homie. Like
So what is Zilla to the family? A cousin?
I guess you would say
Another cousin?
So yeah, because if Umaga's their uncle, and he's the son of Umaga,
Okay.
so yeah, he's their cousin.
Okay.
But I don't think Solo gets added into this. I think Solo is doing his own thing, and I don't think that he's even trying to get involved in it. And plus, Solo had the chance to be the tribal chief, and they fucked him over, and they made him lose on the Netflix premiere. And literally, Solo has never, ever, ever been the same again since the Netflix premiere.
No, and the whole MFTs has not gotten off the ground.
I mean,
Are at no point on SmackDown are they a force to be reckoned with.
it's been very up and down. I think it's been very up and down because I think some weeks they look strong, like some weeks you're like, oh shit, like, and then other weeks you're like, oh, this shit just looks crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like a 50-50 for me with the MFTs. I think it could work. I just think that they need something else to it. But I think because think about it, bro. Like Solo was damn near a main eventer. Like
He was.
He was a main eventer.
He was. I actually remember when he fought
Cody.
when John Cena quote unquote left at
Oh.
Crown it was a Crown Jewel? Yeah, that he fought John Cena at Crown Jewel.
No,
and John Cena lost.
At WrestleMania, bro. Or was it Crown? It was one of them. And
It was in Saudi Arabia.
and he destroyed John Cena. Like it was like
Yes.
yeah, like yeah, bro. Ever since the Netflix premiere, justice for Solo, bro. Cause
Yeah, he kind of got. That's what I'm saying. Like the MFTs never got off the ground. Like at no point are we like, oh my god, ooh, scary. No,
right.
never.
And they got
and
the
then
team for it.
Yeah, and I'm tired of him fighting the Wyatt Six. And then I also feel like Talatonga, the real big one, I feel like he could be like the next Kane, and they're just not. Actually, Obafemi and him will be a good fight because they're two big guys. But I feel like Talatonga's fighting style is very much like Kane's, but there's also nobody else on the SmackDown roster that can be like a fair fight for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also looking forward to is it Tamatonga? I get confused with all of their names.
So Tamatonga's the
one that was talking to Shinsuke.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready for him to bail and turn on Solo. So I would actually like to watch Solo and Tamatonga fight.
Yeah.
I would like to break that whole faction up because at no point is Jeff Cobb or whatever his name is doing good.
JC Mateo.
JC Mateo. I feel like that whole debacle when he came out and then they changed his name. That was
I love Jeff Cobb.
and
though.
then the other one, he's just kind of like
Tongaloa?
invisible to me.
Tongaloa?
Yeah, Tongaloa is pretty much invisible to me. And when they had the championships, the tag team championships, they were not defending it. So it's just kind of like I don't know. I would like to see Solo involved in this storyline some way somehow. I don't know how.
I don't know. I'm good. I don't want Solo involved in bloodline business no more because you know how it's gonna end, and he don't need that. he don't need that. Like I think that he just needs to like lock in, get the U.S. title back. You know, maybe do a feud with Carmelo Hayes or something. Like, he should be working with them. Ilya, Carmelo, Trick. Like, that's who he needs to be working with. And, like, because the thing about Solo, I feel like sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle because he had so much so early that you forget that he's still super young. So it's like when you think of the future, you think of like Javon, you think of Trick, you think of Oba, but then it's like he's still right there. Like, he's still in that same range, and he's more accomplished than all of them in reality, like, you know, already. You know, so it's like justice for Solo, man. Solo needs to get back on the right track, and I don't know what happened after the Netflix premiere, but he should have won that shit.
Yeah.
He should have won
it. Honestly, I feel like where does Rikishi come into this? Like, I need to know how Rikishi feels about everything that's going on with Solo, with the Usos, with Roman.
Go listen to his podcast. Keeping it.
I need to know, how does he feel?
No, that's Conan. I forgot what Rikishi's podcast is called, but yeah, just listen to his podcast. You'll find out exactly how he feels about it, because he's pissed. I'm sure.
Oh, he's pissed.
I'm sure he's pissed. He's always pissed, though. He's always, like, anytime that something doesn't go right with the Samoans, he's always pissed. Like,
that's hilarious.
He's always that, and the thing is that, like, people want to talk shit, but he goes hard for his kids.
He does.
Like, you know.
The Usos are his kids. His son.
Yeah, and Solo too.
Oh.
Solo is also the son of Rikishi.
Oh, yep. See, I didn't know that.
Yep. So, think about all that. Like, you know, think about all that. So
I'm ready for Zilla. All
right.
That's what I'm ready for.
So.
All right. So I guess we can. That was the Raw after WrestleMania. It was, to me, 75%. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Okay, how many platanos are you rating the Raw after WrestleMania?
Ooh. I'm gonna give it. Are we going 1 through 10 or 1 through 5?
Well, 1 through 10.
I'll give it a solid 7. You know, I feel like the matches that were good, but then it just, you know, wasn't like what we grew up on the Raw after WrestleMania being. So just off of that alone, you know, I'd probably knock it down a couple points, but I thought it was good. I liked Sol Ruka, the female Javon Evans.
Oh, I know. I agree with you, and then I'm gonna give it a 7.5 platanos for that. And then also, just before we transfer over to our last segment, I'm just going to show you a few clips that I've been collecting from what they want to title as the IWC and what the streets are saying.
Okay.
Did you catch NXT last night by any chance?
No. I just seen the Joe Hendry thing. That's all I seen.
I didn't get to watch that part. I saw the last match. So when I started watching, it was Lullaby. She was talking, then this girl came out and with this 2 other guys, and then she got beat up. Then they did the last woman standing with Sol Ruka.
The Vanity Project.
Yeah. So that when she fell, it didn't look good.
Oh, when they pushed her off of and she took the mat. Yes.
Yeah, when she landed, it didn't look good.
Looks scary.
I'm just gonna send. Yeah, whoa, very scary, to the point where nobody was saying anything on the broadcast.
Yeah.
So even my husband was like, "Oh, that didn't look normal." Yeah. And you know, obviously he's not a person that watches wrestling as much as we do. He does join in from time to time. For him to say something like that, he knew that something was wrong. So I'm gonna send some prayers. The Dominican dropkick is sending a lot of prayers to Sol Ruka, because I feel like she just got here and then they did that to her.
And then, that was a crazy fall that she took. Yeah. I did see that though. That shit was fucked up.
Yeah. So hopefully she's okay. And, you know, it's very minor and nothing crazy. So I guess let me show you some clips that I've been gathering that I would like for you to see. Okay, perfect. So this is just some things that I've collected over the weekend.
That's Naomi with the baby?
Yeah. Wow. So I'm gonna show you Naomi with the baby. I want to show you this clip, but I think this is like I don't want to get our stream banned.
I seen that one with Shotzi.
Yeah, actually, where is she wrestling now? Actually,
everywhere, wherever. Anywhere.
So we left off on Did I show you this? Okay, so this is where we left off. This Jey Uso clip. So I just have like a few clips that I just want to go through. So we kind of like briefly touched on this in the beginning of the show, but this is actually what Gabrielito was saying. That so Jey Uso appears on the to attack Cameron after being disrespected by him throughout the podcast. That I don't smell what the Uso is cooking, and I thought that was hilarious.
Well, listen, Mace, I honestly don't have any more questions. Nick, I'm more mad at you.
For bringing these Saturday WrestleMania niggas.
And you know,
yo.
I'm talking to my producer, bro. You keep bringing Sunday WrestleMania. I don't smell what the goose is cooking.
Yo, hold on. Yo, why is this guy?
That guy's butt crack?
Yo, I was just about to say this guy showing straight crack.
Oh my god.
My
we
goodness.
should throw a censor on it.
Yo, my goodness, bro. Straight.
But you saw how he just like grabbed him like he took his lunch money?
Yeah, that was funny. But no, it's
Come
funny
on
though
now.
because it's like Cameron, since he's retired from rapping. I don't know if he's retired, but you know, since he's leaned into becoming more of a personality, that's like kind of been his character. It's like he's like kind of like he's literally like a heel manager. Like he'll talk mad shit, and then like you pull up on him and he'll be like, oh, you know, whatever, you know. But obviously,
Like kind of like a street Paul Heyman.
a little bit, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's done it with J. Cole, where he was talking shit about J. Cole, and like J. Cole pulled up on him. He was talking shit about an NBA player, and like the NBA player pulled up. So it's a reoccurring thing with Cam. But honestly, just the term Saturday WrestleMania niggas.
Oh man.
That's all I gotta say, bruh. Cause it's
Damn.
I seen a meme where it's like Rick Ross it's like oh Roman Reigns knowing that he's a Sunday WrestleMania nigga.
That's hilarious. And then this is my whole thing. Why did she get involved? Like, I'm sorry, I'm a woman. If I see two men fighting, I'm not getting involved.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Like, she's like trying to like pull them apart. Like,
No, and then this nigga Cameron just sold it like he's selling that shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that
SummerSlam Dipset versus the Bloodline. Fuck it.
actually, did you see them that they were at the show on Monday?
That yeah. Let's rap about it.
It was like Cameron Davies,
Mano.
yes, and what's the other guy? Jimmy.
Fabulous.
Fabulous was there, and Jimmy.
No,
the one that
you said all four of
that
them.
married Chrissy.
Who?
Jim Jones.
Jim
That's
Jones.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cr-
Yeah, just four abusers just sitting all next to each other, smiling.
Chill, bro.
Like-
I didn't say that.
That ass. All of them beat their significant others. I hate all of them.
Shout out to Let's Rap About It podcast. I don't know nothing about that.
No, man, it was horrible. I'm like, why are you guys putting these abusers on camera? Get out of here. Next. Okay, so now we're back to our girl. I want to say it's Tonria.
It's
Tonira.
Tony Wrestling Reacts.
Okay, there you go. See, you're better than me at reading these screen names. But
Wrestling.
We showed her on our last week, and she's freaking hilarious. So anytime
funny.
that she pops up on my feed, I definitely give her the let's give her a like. I definitely give her flowers, and shout out to this. This was freaking hilarious.
What's up, boy? Hey, that debut, you did what you had to do, boy. They see you back in his locker room. But what Solo told you, don't listen to nothing he say. He don't know what he talking about. His gloves too tight. It makes him it cut off his train of thought. And the only person you really need to listen to back here is me and Nick. But me mostly, because I whoop ass back here and I ain't gonna play with you. Well, I could give you a little something to put on your burn mark that you got last week, but I'm not gonna lie, it might be a little bit too toxic. Well, you know what? That's what the hell you get talking to that man like that. That's what the hell you get. Now go on and put something on that. You got my office smelling like burnt bacon. Stop going around meddling with folks because they starting to get pissed off and they come to me about it. So leave folks alone, especially Sammy, because he got enough going on that I got to worry about. Okay? And you put some bass in your voice. They right here talking about you. Yes, y'all in your voice. Drew.
It's so true because he's like, started talking like a little kid, and I'm just like, why is he talking like that?
That's how he sounds, bro. That's how all his music sounds like that too. That's how he sounds.
I feel like it's forced. I feel like that's not how he really talks. So I totally agree with her when she said that.
Yo, y'all gotta put some bass in his voice.
That's hilarious.
I understand he done been in jail. You ain't gotta remind us 2 zillion times. We know he done been locked up. How many times you gonna remind? Stop talking about his jail time, Drew. Like, for real. It's a sensitive subject for him. Yeah, they said Ted Jr. got off that case, and I talked to his daddy the other day after I had asked him for some money, and I said they could have just added. Right. That's
Wait,
what I
pause
said.
it real quick. Yo, for her to say, yo, I talked to Ted's daddy and asked him for some money. That's just funny because you know his dad's $1 million man. So it's like,
oh my god, yo, this girl makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
You couldn't make that call? I don't know what.
And she was right. She was basically saying like, why was he involved in the storyline?
Bruh,
Y'all could have made that call.
Nah, Randy Orton didn't want him involved after he owed him 25 Benz.
That's hilarious.
Randy Orton said, "Fuck no." All right, get him involved, but I'm taking his check.
That's funny.
You told Tama what you said to Tama to get him to be doing what he doing, but it's working. Keep it up, Shinsuke. I need it done. I need it done. It's more where this came from too. You know, Solo, you gotta get you some summer clothes, baby. You making me hot with all this get up you got on. And why is y'all all up in my office? All y'all ain't gotta be up in here. Honey, you got one more time to call my phone and I'm gonna block you. Yes, I'm gonna block you for the rest of the weekend, and I'm not playing. I'm talking about, no, actually till Monday. I'm gonna block you that day too. And I might unblock you Tuesday. If I had to tell y'all one more time, stop damn playing. If you got a match, go do it, and then go get ready for the Hall of Fame. If you ain't got no damn match, go put your clothes on. Get up out of here. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself to y'all. Not tonight. It's not finna, we're not doing this weekend.
Yo, she makes me laugh every time. And why do they do the Hall of Fame right after SmackDown? They're just beat up. Like,
they're just so tired.
I didn't even get to watch it yet because
Yeah.
I was tired.
Bruh,
Like,
I haven't watched the Hall of Fame since Paul Heyman's induction, which was like last year.
Yeah, I watched that and then I changed the channel and I was
Yeah.
like, I'll watch the rest of this another
I was
time.
like, yeah, I'm okay. We should watch
Remember
it.
that picture of Booker T sleeping?
Yo, facts. Bro,
Yo, that shit reminded me of Poppy sleeping on the couch.
Yo, facts. Just knock the fuck out. Bro, because that should be long, bro. That should be long.
Yeah.
But it's
long.
like, at the same time, it's like, you can't even, like, judge them because it's like, bro, like, this is your life work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, they need to do it on a separate day.
They do.
Earlier, I saw someone talk about how Tiffany Stratton doesn't care about professional wrestling, and it leads me to what I believe is a massive NXT problem. That problem is 95% of the NXT roster does not care about wrestling. They never cared about wrestling, they never watched wrestling, they had no love or passion for wrestling until WWE recruited them. But I do want to make one thing clear. WWE absolutely knows this. Matter of fact, they actually encourage it and want it to be that way. And you may ask, why does WWE want to recruit talent that has never watched or cared about wrestling? And I'll give you a few reasons as to why. The first reason is, if you watched any interview of any wrestler who has wrestled for WWE and has wrestled for any other promotion, the number one thing that they will tell you is that WWE has a very unique style of wrestling. Guys like Kenny Omega has said this, that they want you to wrestle a particular way, they want you to hit the ropes a particular way, they want you to take bumps a particular way, they want you to cut promos a different way, and that's fine and dandy, it's just that they're isolated in their style of wrestling. You could go to any other promotion, anywhere in the world, and they'll have you wrestle the same way, but when you go to WWE, it's just different. With that being said, it's a lot easier to teach somebody who doesn't understand wrestling your way of wrestling, rather than having to reteach an entire experienced wrestler. It's like a child learning a new language. It's a lot easier to teach a child how to learn a new language than rather teaching an adult a new language. With that being said, another reason is WWE wants everything in-house because they want to be able to control your name, they want to be able to control your likeness, they want to be able to control your music, they want to be able to control your social media accounts. Nothing is owned by you. Everything about you, your fame, your name, your money is all on behest of WWE. They own and control everything. But if you come from another promotion or if you're an indie darling, you don't need WWE, right? You can still have your own pipeline to merchandise. You can still have your own way of making money. You still have your own fan base. You can still manage yourself. That doesn't mean that they won't hire wrestlers out of promotion, but the majority of the time they never do. When AJ Styles first came over back in 2015, 2016, that was massive news. When Shinsuke Nakamura came over, that was massive news. The very fact that Cody Rhodes became the face of the company is massive news because American Nightmare, his entire gimmick, is not WWE.
At all.
But we have these exceptions because they came at a time where WWE needed them. And that ultimately is the problem with NXT, is that it is operating exactly as WWE intends it to. We don't really have that issue with Black and Gold NXT, but NXT 2.0, absolutely. This is exactly what they want. Earlier...
Okay, so shout out to Sony Baby. So what do you think? Do you think he's correct? Because I learned a few things from watching this video, and then do you think that Tiffany is... not really in it.
I don't know. I don't want to single her out because I don't know. Like when she comes on, I think she does her shit well. So I don't want to single her out. But everything that he said, I do 100% agree on. But at the same time, it's like look at Danhausen. Danhausen is from the Indies. Danhausen is from AEW. The same character, same name. Everything. So it's like you can't really say that, but I do understand what he's saying. It's like think about if you have a job and you have somebody who's never done, like you want to teach someone how to do makeup, and nobody who's never done makeup, you can teach them your way, as opposed to like somebody who's been doing makeup for 2 or 3 years. They already have habits. Like, all right, I have somebody who's training me to improve my DJ skills, right? Certain shit that he's teaching me, like I have to go back and relearn because I already have a set way of doing it, because I already have a couple years of experience going into it, and I've already had success. So it's like I have a certain way of doing things, but it doesn't mean that it's the right or the wrong way. It's just his way of doing it, so I have to adjust. So understand when you get somebody who's completely blank, who doesn't maybe have the stake in the game, maybe a guy who was didn't make it to the NFL, ends up getting on NXT. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck that he loses every week. Maybe he doesn't care to be a jobber because he's like, bro, I'm making money, I'm good, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like, let's say like a kid like MJF, who like grew up his whole life wanting to be a wrestler. Maybe he's not going to be happy getting jobbed out every week. Maybe he's going to want more for himself. Maybe he's going to have certain ideas that they don't want to listen to, because you got to understand that too. Like WWE, like I'm not going to say that they don't like when you come with ideas, but they already have everything already kind of pre-packaged for you. Oh, this is going to be your song. This is going to be your trucks. This, da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when you have someone who's coming from the indies, they're going to want to fight to keep certain things, as opposed to you just taking somebody completely brand new and making them a brand new product. But at the same time, he can't say that because the Vanity Project from NXT, they're from the indies. Like, like shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, they have people from indies as well mixed in there. They just signed this new kid. Well, they changed his name to something Chaz, but his name was Starboy Charlie, and he was crushing it on.
Ricky Stark too.
Ricky Stark's from the indies.
What's his
Saints,
name now?
Saints.
Yeah, there you go.
But like Starboy Charlie from the indies, and he just got signed to WWE, and now he's on NXT. So it's to me, to have a successful roster at this level, you need the combination of both. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because Obafemi is green. Like Obafemi is still, he doesn't have the knowledge of wrestling that a Kevin Owens has, a Sami Zayn has, Cody Rhodes. But that doesn't mean that he can't get as popular as them. Or, it's just it's something different. So I think for you to have a successful roster, you need both. But at the same time, when it comes to stuff like that, and, I could speak only from personal experience, because it's like, something that has brought me success wasn't necessarily by passion at first. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, when I was DJing, like, I didn't grow up wanting to be a DJ. I just did it, and people liked it, and then I started making money, so then I had to start doing it more. So if the game chooses you, it's like different, So I think it's like a combination of both, but I don't have any problem with anything that he said, and I think he's 100% right.
I agree with a lot with what he said, and I also learned a lot from what he said, because I feel like that's what happened with Jade. Remember, Jade came and then she didn't wrestle for a while.
Okay,
She was kinda making
she
because supposedly she had a lot of bad habits from the previous promotion
from AEW.
that they wanted to get rid of, and they didn't want their wrestlers to get hurt. And now this makes sense that it's just WWE has a certain style in everything, the way you talk, your music,
And
the way you
but
bump, all of that.
But use her as an example because she kept everything. She kept the name.
I feel like
she
that
kept her
happens.
name. She kept her gimmick. She kept everything.
Yes,
Go
but
on.
I feel like when
She
you
might
get
have even kept her song.
It's
To be
because you
honest,
had a
with you.
good negotiator, like your management.
It's
all
not
of
e-
these wrestlers have a Paul Heyman, and I'm pretty sure it was just negotiated in the
It's
contract.
not. It's
You
not
want
that.
something, you gotta
It's,
say something.
it's not that. It's that also WWE sees a value in that. You get what I'm saying?
Like using the likeness that they've already created.
That they've already. If you built it enough to a certain point, it's like, all right, it has to be like Danhausen. Like, you know, like they couldn't come in and be like, oh, this is Philip, you know, like, bro,
So then how come they did that with Jeff Cobb?
because he didn't have the cachet of a Jade Cargill or a Danhausen. Right.
But they still signed them anyways.
Now, of course, because he's worth signing, but he can't keep the name, and it's just his name. So I don't know. I think
Jeff Cobb's a horrible name though.
yeah, he's just so bland, right?
I mean, well, answer the question. Do you think Tiffy is in it or she's not?
I think she's in it. I think she's in it. I don't think that she has the like. She probably didn't grow up fucking watching wrestling every week, but I think that she's in it. I know she was trained by Mr. Kennedy actually that we talked about earlier. So you know I know that she's been through the proper training, you know, and I know that she's done everything that she needs to do to get to this point. So I would put her and I would say that she's in it.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think she's in it. I just feel like they're not writing her good because if you think about it, like last year she was the champion.
Right, but I mean she
Now
can't.
she's not.
She can't.
You know,
She
and
can't
I-
always
and
be
you
the
can't
champion.
always be at the top of the mountain, but I also feel like they're just kind of like not writing her good either, and I don't feel like that's her control. Just like with Jade didn't wrestle as much. That was all of that out of her control. How they wrote her, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay.
This is the first time this.
Okay, so this was kind of like a prediction, which if you look at it, the only thing that didn't come true is Randy at the end. So shout out to Dame Television. I saved this because I thought he had a good opinion.
Is ever going to happen. And mark my words, y'all, because people are trying to sleep on WrestleMania 42. But when I tell y'all that none of these people are going to be champ afterwards.
Also, Stephanie does not look like this.
This is
like an AI photo.
But look at
Stephanie.
look at Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan actually looks like that.
Yeah.
She looks pretty, and so does Rhea, and everybody looks realistic except Stephanie. Why do they do that to her?
She looks like a white woman.
She looks scary.
You better come back to this video. So we already know that Rhea Ripley is going to be going against Jade. We know Liv Morgan's got Stephanie's number. We already know this banger of a match between Cody and Randy that's going to go down. And Roman Reigns is going against CM Punk. Now, trust me, y'all. The WWE doesn't need to do this. But what I think is going to be so good about this, because if everyone drops the belt, that means that they are literally starting from scratch. And it's nothing wrong with the way the champions are right now, because I like that Punk's champ. I like that Steph's champ. I don't like that Jade's champ, but I like that Cody is champ. Now, nonetheless, if we transition to this bottom photo, if all of these superstars are champs right here, no one is going to complain. The only one that's going to complain is Cody Crybabies. But if we have all new champs, y'all, remember, we got WrestleMania Backlash in Tampa in May. So with that being said, I'm not saying there are going to be rematches after WrestleMania, but we literally get fresh new storylines. And if I'm being honest, this is what WWE needs. This is the...
What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I agree. I think that Randy should have won. I think Cody won because they want him to have the belt for like all the Street Fighter stuff that he's doing and all the media that he's doing. Cause I think even Cody Rhodes was like, bro, like, you sure you want me to win? Like, I think even Cody.
I feel like he seems very selfless.
No, yeah, for sure. Or I think he just understands like the wrestling business. Like, he knows when he needs to win and he knows when he needs to lose. Which, you know, that's the only thing you can really ask for in a top guy, you know.
All right. Well, shout out to Dame Television. He cooked on that.
Yes.
WWE literally just don't care anymore. Because how are we expecting them to give us
This is a Stone Cold Stan Stolly.
quality matches and storylines when they can't even give us promotional graphics that are correct? Like, check it out. Take this AJ Lee and Becky Lynch poster heading in to the biggest event of the year for them. Could someone remind me what title it's for again? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Women's Intern Continental. What I want to know is what intern made this big boo-boo. Oh, but wait, there's more where that came from. Ah, yes, here it is. The 6-man ladder match. The match that I am most looking forward to for WrestleMania weekend. And the poster's always got all the names on there. Dragon Lee versus Rusev versus Penta versus Rey Mysterio versus JD McDonough versus Intercontinental Championship ladder match versus Jevon Evans. Can someone tell me when the 6-man ladder match became 7-man? I'm sorry, but if this is the lack of attention to detail that we're bringing to the biggest show of the year in the wrestling industry, it tells me everything I need to know.
Pack it up.
WWE literally...
Hey,
Wow.
somebody got fired.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody got fired.
Oh,
For sure.
How you?
Okay, so now we're gonna start getting into the real cheeseman of this week with the whole TKO and all of this. I started finding a couple clips of our community saying what they had to say. So shout out to Gilly Mania.
My gosh, it's happening, folks. So if you guys didn't see earlier, Roman Reigns put out a 2-minute promo on CM Punk, just driving around, just talking trash. But he called out the marks and he called out CM Punk and all his fans and was going off on him. As you can see, Pat McAfee quote retweets it and says, "It's all starting to come together for the IWC nerds. Randy Orton's going to save the business on Saturday, and then Roman's going to drive it home on Sunday." So Pat McAfee backing up what Roman's saying. Roman's calling out the marks, just like Pat McAfee. And then this. Roman Reigns responds, and he clearly is on Pat McAfee's side, saying he's going to buy some property in Indy next to Pat McAfee. What is this? What is happening here? Roman Reigns and Pat McAfee on the same page. I didn't expect Roman Reigns to be on TKO's side, but with all the promos he's been cutting lately, it kind of does make sense. He is the WWE, so why wouldn't he be on Team TKO?
Of course.
Don't forget, he even referenced Pat McAfee on the opening of Monday Night Raw just a few days ago. So this might be happening, and the teams are going to be very interesting if it does. Roman Reigns, Pat McAfee, Randy Orton versus, Punk and Cody. I don't know who else. I don't know if we're getting that. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that and who you guys think would be on either team. Oh,
Well,
What
they're
do you
talking
think about that?
the Team TKO thing. I've been seeing that a lot. If the Rock's not involved, then I don't want it. Honestly, because the Rock's on the
At
board.
what point are we ever gonna get the Rock back?
I don't know, but if this whole TKO thing starts, because I've been seeing it a lot. People been sending me stuff about it, about how they could bring it back, and they could bring back the Monday Night Wars, and TKO can bring back WCW, and all types of fucking shit I've been seeing. But
A lot of speculation.
yeah, but I don't know. The thing that sucks though is that I seen Ariel Helwani say this, and I was like, damn, I agree with that 1,000%. When the fuck do we ever know about a parent company? For any
what?
brand, a parent company, all right, we're just supposed to know the WWE. We're not supposed to know that WWE is owned by Titan Holdings, and that's how, we're not supposed to know that shit. Nobody ever growing up was like, oh, WWF fucked up. Fuck Titan. Nobody. Nobody was like, oh, UFC sucks. Oh, fuck Zuffa. How, the shit would say Zuffa at the end? Bro, you wouldn't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a problem, is that we are knowing who they are and we're seeing everything they're doing, but it goes from TKO, but it's also Fanatics. Because it's the same, it's they're spreading this all throughout the world, and this goes to every sport. You notice now every logo for every team now is not as detailed anymore. That's because it's easier for them to print. It's easier for them to watermark on logos for videos, social media, shit like that. So it goes into a lot of things. But yeah, I think that TKO is what they're worried about is, like you said, they're not worried about us, the fans who are going to watch every week, the fans who are going to sit here and talk about it. And they're trying to catch the guy who, I watch Monday Night Football every week, but oh shit, ESPN wrestling is on there. Let me see, Like that's what they're worried about. So that's where I think the problem goes, you know, is that like because everybody was excited. Like when they first did the merger, everybody was fucking excited.
I didn't see anybody excited about
What
it.
when they first did? I'm talking about like years ago, though.
When they went public.
Originally, yes, when they did the whole thing with the belts and Dana and Roman and Vince was there too.
Yeah, I remember.
Because remember, TKO is only a thing because Vince was trying to get back in. So basically, what happened was they removed Vince because of the whole situation, right? Vince wasn't around. He wasn't around, and then they did TKO where Vince took his portion of it and like sold it off or whatever he did, and then that's how TKO formed. But that was really because of Vince, because then Vince was back again, and then officially he was removed again. So that all goes into that because WWE really didn't need to necessarily do it, but whatever, you know. And two, another thing that I don't like about TKO is like, why the fuck is WrestleMania being shown on for 1 hour? It's here, and then you gotta go and run to another app. And
I think they were doing that to, especially the way they laid out the matches. Like, you know, they put a lot of the most anticipating matches in the first hour for free. It's kind of like
the prelims or like a buy-in.
It's kind of like when you sign up for a subscription. Oh, your first month is free, and then they're hoping that you forget that you signed up. That's what I feel like happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like they were trying to get regular people who have cable, have those people come from there and be like, oh, I want to watch the rest now. I got to know what happens. You know,
Right.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Brock Lesnar retired. Like, I feel like that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to siphon people. Excuse me. They were trying to siphon people from cable to come over and pay for
the
a
plus
subscription, because even though I have cable, I have to pay an additional $35 a month if I want to watch the pay-per-view.
$35 a month?
$35. And I already pay almost $300 a month in cable.
Yeah.
So when I saw that happen, I was like, no.
Yeah, that's
I'm not. It's pure principle.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt the same way about our YouTube Premium, but obviously we need it for our videos, so it's now a business expense if you can put it in that direction. But I was honestly tired of the ads and tired of this and tired of that, and it's like these people paid $35 a month to be able to watch this, and you guys still hit us with a bunch of ads and commercial breaks and all this
bullshit
other stuff that nobody cares about. That's not the point of paying a premium price. We're not paying $5.
Yeah.
If it was $5, I'd be like, whatever.
That's why I'm not too
But
mad.
it's not.
That's why I'm not too mad about the UFC, because at the end of the day, it's only like $10 or $15 that you're paying a month for all of the shit.
Yes, but they heard the cries of people complaining about having commercials on a pay-per-view, and the next pay-per-view that they did, it still had ads, but not as many as the first time that they were on Paramount.
It was more regulated, yes.
Yes. They toned it down. So they do listen to us.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
It's all about adjusting.
But now we're about to get into, you know, more of the chisme of the audio leak and all this stuff. This is kind of like leading up to WrestleMania. So
good.
So yeah, it was just crazy. Oh, this was horrible.
Oh.
This was absolutely horrible.
I can smell all of your low-life, disgusting bodies all the way here in Indiana. And when I get to that town, and I'm talking to you, little kid on your dad's shoulders too. When I get to that town, you should all be thanking me and Randy Orton. See you at Smackdown tonight, Marks.
You set us up, man.
That sucks.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, that's funny as fuck.
Okay, this
right.
is in with Nee. She had a few things to say. This obviously a week ago. So I'll be hoping and cheering for Mommy Mania regardless, but the odds just don't seem to be in her favor. So this was her conspiracy theory.
Be retaining at Wrestlemania, and those who know me well know that I ride or die for Mommy, but the odds seem to be in Jade Cargill's favor, and here's why. Last night, Jade Cargill pinned Io Sky clean, and do you know who Rhea Ripley has not won a match against yet?
Io Sky.
Oh, that's crazy though. I actually forgot about
I've
that.
seen a lot of people.
Yeah, I always known that. So that's why when and they they fought again before they became like a tag team or whatever. And that's when I told you, like, I remember talking to you on the phone about it, and I was like, so they're friends, and then they're enemies, and then they're friends. It's kind of like pick a side, you know. And that's why I don't really want to see them fight again, because at this point I'm convinced that they're friends. So no.
Shit,
I don't want to.
But at the end of the day, it's like shit.
And she lost
to get the belt. What the fuck? Fuck our friendship.
Whatever.
Say that Rhea Ripley has one weakness, and that weakness is Io Sky. And I fear that Jade Cargill and her baddies will use Io Sky as bait to distract Rhea Ripley, which can cause her to lose against Jade Cargill at WrestleMania.
Damn,
I would also like
I ain't
to
gonna lie.
mention
Why
that
didn't they do
does
this?
not have
Yeah, well, I feel like that's why when she came out and fought them, I was just kind of confused.
Like
about
why didn't they do this?
Yeah, it would have been great, but whatever. Here we are. After this is after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
match scheduled for WrestleMania this year, which means she most likely will be at ringside supporting Rhea, or Io Sky runs out to the ring to help Rhea Ripley as the baddies intervened in the match.
Which is exactly what happened. So shout out to you, Nee.
That's where Jade wins a numbers game because it is 2 versus 3. But stay with me, if Rhea Ripley was to win this match and beat Jade Cargill at her game, a certain person must return, and that person being Bianca Belair.
Which she did,
Somewhat.
but not for the reason that she's saying it was.
Oh, because then she's saying that she would come back to get Jade.
Yes, which is what we wanted. But obviously she's not cleared, and she's definitely not cleared now.
Yeah.
She's having a baby.
9 months.
Jade Cargill may be retaining at WrestleMania,
that was it?
and those who know.
So yeah, that was it. That was good.
All right.
I like that. Oh my God, this is like my favorite part that happened. Obviously, like I'm a Danhausen fan, but I hope that the Knicks lose because they will only make Danhausen even more stronger.
Yeah.
Like
Danhausen like the new Little B.
Yeah.
Little B, remember the curse of the base god?
Oh no. So to me, this was like my favorite part, especially this is obviously everything leading up to WrestleMania. So here we have Danhausen crashing first take.
Here I had a WrestleMania and
Hey, how are you? I'm Danhausen. Nice to meet you. Very nice, very evil. Hello.
what's he doing here? What
I
are you
wonder
doing?
who-
What am I doing here?
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm saying hello. This is polite to say, shake it.
Even how he's like shaking his hand, like.
Ends on TV. Hi, I am here to take over ESPN. It is now ESPN Hausen, hosted by Danhausen. We're on first take. Hello, Stephen A. Smith. How are you?
I've heard about him.
Yeah, I'm very famous.
Now, you know, you're a bad luck charm.
No!
Stand by me.
Hey, I'm a good luck charm.
Why are you up here?
Why am I up here? Well, I heard that you're a big New York Knicks fan.
Yes, yeah.
And, you know, I could curse their enemies. However, you've been very, very, very rude to Danhausen.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, you are cursed.
Me?
Here I had a WrestleMania and
Yo, that.
If you don't get the hell out of here,
where did he go?
Oh shit,
he
he's gone.
needs to get the hell off the set. That's what he needed to do.
This
Trying to cuss me.
comes in and curses people? That's what he...
Hey, listen, I'm not worried about that. That stuff don't faze me. I am worried about the effect that might have on the Knicks, though, because he brought up the Knicks before he cursed me, which means he's indicated the Knicks may lose. That better not happen.
Hey, look, I'm from Beaumont, on the border of Louisiana. I don't play the curse and voodoo stuff.
That's right.
And that's just...
And I have Caribbean man, you know. We don't like that. We don't like that.
So he's gone and hopefully doesn't come back and hopefully he
Don't
didn't
come
curse.
back.
So I thought that was funny because I hope the Knicks lose, so then Danhausen could even become a stronger Hausen because
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Nah, that'd be funny if then the NBA teams will start bringing him.
Oh, I know, right? But this is the comment that made me fall out the most. Shout out to Michael Fett 3.
Yo,
The
Cowboys.
Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Because Stephen A is like the number one Cowboy hater, so I just thought this was hilarious. I hope the Knicks lose.
All right.
Okay, let's end with the tribal chief, and I'll show you this one too. The TKO. Actually, I'm gonna show you these two. The TKO audio leak with this guy, because Killer Kross actually this creator asked Killer Kross to be a collaborator, and Killer Kross accepted the collaboration, so it's on his page too. Like,
that's
what
crazy.
What did I tell you? So let's get a little bit of motivation from Rowan, and then I'll show you this TKO audio leak with Killer Kross.
All right.
I want to see you do good, but not better than them. So just keep going. I knew from the beginning, I said it before, man, I'm $1 billion check. We just hadn't cashed it yet.
Boom.
And now look at us.
That's exactly how I feel. Shout out to Chino Gunito.
Oh, I hope that's not his.
Roman Reigns
I hope
dropping
that's
the
not how
best
he
advice
pronounces
he needed
it.
today.
Yo, no, that was fire though. Oh, he's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler. I didn't know that. Okay. Shout out to you. Yeah. Actually, maybe we should hit him with a follow.
Fuck it.
This is great.
Bang.
Right. Okay, so this is the last post that we're gonna go over, and then I guess next week we'll go ahead and actually listen to the TK audio.
Yes.
But if you haven't heard it, this is at the end of the day, I feel like he was always right.
Why everybody is going berserk over this leaked audio between the head of TKO and some reporter, I'm just thinking, Killer Kross been told us this shit, G. He been trying to tell us exactly what the fuck was going on, and y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all chalked it up as a storyline. Y'all called him bitter. If it's one thing I learned since doing content creation, whenever Killer Kross say something, y'all better listen to exactly what the fuck he's saying. Because Killer Kross has yet to tell a lie, G. Whether it's in kayfabe or outside in reality. Y'all better start listening to the Igniter of the Inevitable, G. Y'all tweaking. Why
is Killer Kross turning into Nicki Minaj?
Yo.
She ain't never told a lie, and neither has Killer Kross. I feel like, yo.
No, but it's funny because now everybody's saying that, like, yo, y'all owe Triple H an apology. Y'all trying to say that he can't cook. Like, y'all trying to say he's a shitty booker, but it's not his fault. And, like, damn. All right, so.
Yeah.
So what we need to do next week, let's open with the TKO audio.
Okay, I have it saved here.
All right, so let's open with that, and then all right, so that's what we'll do. We'll open with that. We'll watch a match, and then we'll talk about Raw and SmackDown.
Okay. So Killer Kross ain't never told a lie. So I'm gonna go deep dive in and watch all his interviews now, because I'm telling you, he's the wrestling version of Nicki Minaj. He has dropped so many Easter eggs that all of us, it just went like this right over our heads. And at the end of the day, he was always telling the truth. Yo,
that's crazy though. Shout out to Kross, bro. I'm a big Kross fan.
Shout out to Kross. Me too.
It's like Aleister Black stole this whole flow, bar for bar.
Yes, and also Uncle Howdy too. They basically did the same thing with him, because you remember for a few weeks he was backstage meddling in people's business right after Kross got fired. So his whole stick.
At the same time, I mean, Kross kind of fucked up, and like he didn't get signed back because of his chick, because they didn't want to sign his chick or whatever.
Yes, that was one of the main reasons, and to me, as somebody who is in a marriage, I would have sacrificed myself.
Dog, off rip,
especially that I know that he is like, this is his thing. This is what he's passionate about. This was gonna make him happy.
Like, bro, like
I would have took a bullet and just been like, okay, just go make your money, and then I'll do something else.
GTM, get that money. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I feel like that was very selfish of her.
Like, at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that too, but it was probably him, because, bro, like, as a man, bro, like, when you really, like, love your shorty, bro, like, you will do some stupid shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I agree.
And too, I'm probably sure that he probably opened up the books and was like, with the contract I got, maybe I'm gonna make the same amount of money, you know? So.
Well, and at the end of the day,
he probably makes more now.
He did what he needed to do for him, his family. And at the end of the day, what I've learned being an entrepreneur, you will never lose betting on yourself.
Sometimes
so
you gotta
that's the route that he
take.
wanted to take, then
No, because sometimes you gotta take that step back to take that step forward. You know.
Oh,
Because
100%.
think about it, bro. Like Drew left and made himself to the point that like they were begging to sign him back and made him a main eventer. Cody, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not over for him, but right now,
Let's manifest that for Killer Cross to
right,
come back.
right now we're looking at him like, damn, you fucked up. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe in a couple years when he's main eventing WrestleMania 47, we're like, oh shit, he had to go to the Indies. You know what I'm saying? Matt Cardona, another person, went to the Indies, built himself back up, and came back to the main roster. So, you can never say never. But damn, I'm not gonna lie, we fucking cooked. We were talking for a minute.
Yeah, this was a lot of longer episode that I will try to cut it up in segments so you guys could.
Because it was light outside and now it's dark.
Yeah, but definitely, turn this on when you're doing your oficios. Turn this on when you're doing, when you're cooking, or you got a long drive, or or you're in LA in 3-hour traffic, or actually in Miami too. You're gonna be in 3-hour traffic too. So go ahead and pop this in and give us a listen, and definitely let us know your feedback on a lot of things we talked about. Like I would love to know, like, if you guys feel the same thing about this dude, Sony Baby saying about Tiffany. How did you feel about night 1, night 2 about of WrestleMania?
The Raw after Mania.
How did you feel about Raw after Mania?
Okay,
like, we
wait.
need to know everything.
Before we leave, all right, now we're starting a new season, right?
Because technically it's to me WrestleMania is like New Year's, so New Year.
All right, right. So, bold predictions. Give me 3 bold predictions going into this new WrestleMania year.
Ooh. Well, obviously Roman said he's gonna be here all summer, so that's number 1. Number 2, I definitely see Stephanie getting the championship again, because the way she came out and basically scared Liv Morgan. I could definitely see that in the future, and I could definitely see maybe champion versus champion, like at like a crown jewel or something like that, with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and then whoever wins will become double champion.
Okay, I
can see that.
I like that.
What about you?
So Penta will be in a world title match this year.
For sure.
I don't know when. He will be in a world title match this year. I don't know why I'm just thinking about Raw, because it just happened, so it's on my mind. So I'm just like thinking of all the people in Raw. There will be a Javon Evans Roman Reigns interaction this year on screen.
I'm sorry, one more time. You cut out for a second.
A Javon Evans and Roman Reigns interaction on screen.
Okay.
Like either I hope a match.
Well, let's hope for that. I just don't think that their wrestling styles.
Because Roman had a match with Montez, and it was a great match. So I think
Really?
I think they can have a really good match together. All right, so I got Penta fighting for a title. I don't know if he wins or loses. I got Javon Evans and Roman Reigns interacting.
Okay.
What would be my 3rd and final bold prediction? Damn, hold on. I gotta think. It's something with the IC title, which I don't know why my mind is going there. But I don't know why. I feel like
maybe somebody stepping up.
Somebody might grab it. I don't know why. I'm feeling Rusev and I'm feeling JD McDonough, honestly.
I could see more JD McDonough.
Yeah. I can see JD creeping up, but that's super bold prediction. That's like a bold. That's a Hail Mary right now, But definitely I feel confident about my first 2. The 3rd one I'm still I'm very on the fence on that, but after everything that he's done and the year that he's had, I'm like, fuck it, bro. Give JD some time with the belt.
Actually, speaking about the Judgment Day, one more prediction. I feel like I want them to lean into Raquel and Liv. Like, they never really cleared the air about what happened to them at the Royal Rumble. So it's kind of like it kind of got buried, but it's also kind of like, you know, when someone upsets you and you kind of like brush it under the rug, eventually that rug gets so high with so much stuff piled under
it's just gonna.
that you can't ignore it. So I hope that maybe they go that angle, because I feel like it never got resolved.
I like
was
it.
always
Actually,
gonna talk about it and something happened.
another bold prediction, just to give something in the women's division. Roxanne Perez, IC champion, women's IC champion this year.
I could see that too.
And she staying.
Actually, her versus Becky Lynch would be good.
Her versus AJ Lee would be, because that's like her like idol, you know. So that would be that just off the storyline alone, because I'm sure there's pictures of Roxanne Perez dressed up as AJ Lee as a little girl. So like you know, just off that alone, it would be pretty dope. But I think we'll get some gold on Roxanne Perez's waist this year.
Okay.
But,
All right. Well, this has been a spectacular show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to us.
and share, motherfucker.
And,
Don't forget
share.
to share.
This week, I swear, I'm gonna do the socials, and we're gonna start putting out clips. So you guys can start actually just, you know, digesting small bits of our dynamic, and I just appreciate. Excuse me. I just appreciate every single one of you guys, and especially you, Gabrielito. I appreciate you.
I love you, sis.
Who else am I gonna talk to about this?
No, it was light outside when we started, and it is dark now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fucking cooked.
We're back for another week, and we'll see you guys next week. Con mucho amor, and take us out.
You already know, Dominican Dropkick. It's your boy Gabe Avelli. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gabe Avelli 1. Follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to the whole WWE roster for WrestleMania weekend. And
yes,
you know, that's really all I gotta say. Because without the people on the roster, we would be fucking sitting here talking about the NBA.
Hopefully the Knicks are cursed.
Hey, chill. I'm a Knicks fan, bro. Chill. They can't be cursed.
Oh, well, Danhausen, he came out. He came out and did his thing.
Yeah.
So I guess till next time.
All right, sis. Love you, sis.
Love you. Love you guys. Peace.